Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Saturday night beer and Factorio. I'm just trying to refresh my memory on how things were going last time, and I know I built up this all of this stuff down here that was producing the Astro Science Pack 3s, and yep, they're trickling out at a they're trickling out very gradually, and as usual that's because there's a shortage of the inputs here, and I suspect that's going to be down to a shortage of the memory cards being flooded in. Oh, actually, here comes some now. So it's yeah, the train has just arrived with some more memory cards. So that's a good start. We're going to need those. They're coming in now. And I suppose as these come in, if there's enough of them, then it'll give me a feel for which of the facilities on the way down here are causing the backlog. Oh, look, spaceships are finished. That's good news. I've been wanting to play with those. So, as I was sort of hinting in the description for this stream, there's a bit of a decision to be made at the moment. Hey Andrew, hey Gennis, thank you for joining the stream. Welcome. I've got a bit of a decision to make here. So, there are about 5 different things I'm thinking that I need to do. So there's launching satellites from space. So that was the first thing, because at the moment we've got the satellites being launched down on Norvis. Let's have a quick look at that while I'm talking about it. So I've got some things to point at. So from down here, we are down up here. Here, this one. We're launching the satellites. That's producing these data things that are being passed up to the big rocket that brings all of the stuff up to space, and they're then being passed over onto. Let's do this from map mode. Onto a train over here, where there's a distinct shortage of them at the moment. Then they're being brought over here where they're made into rocket science, and then over here where the rocket science is actually being used for science. Great. So that's one. So that's working, but according to the box text somewhere, I can't remember where it was. I think it was in the description of the silo when you're ready to build it. Is it in here somewhere? This one, Space Probe Rocket Silo. There's somewhere it says that you can use it to launch satellites much more cheaply. So that seems like a thing that's probably worth doing. I'm not that short of stuff down on Norvis, but anything I can do to save resources is probably a good thing. So that's one of the things. Then there's putting in biological science over here. In order to catch up with the rest of them, I need to put in 1 and 2, and then I'll be at about the same point as some of the others. So that's a fairly big thing. Go in here, do lots of thinking, putting stuff down, trying to design around the demands of biological science. I did Astro 3 last time. I don't think I'm really ready to do Astro 4. I want to have better access to space, to an asteroid field first, so I can go out there and start launching the things from there. And I think that I'm going to put as behind spaceships. So I want to have spaceships first, so I can have a ship cruising back and forth between this space station and the one that I'm going to end up building in an asteroid field somewhere. But there's still Energy Science 3, Material Science 3, and I suppose if I do Bio 1 and 2, Biological Science 3 as well. And those are all things that will allow, if I produce those, they'll allow me to do more science, develop more exciting stuff. So they're quite tempting as well. And you can see why I'm starting to have a bit of a dilemma here, can't you? But then also, I've just finished researching spaceships, and that's kind of cool. So I can now make spaceship consoles, floors, walls, doors, rockets, and booster tanks, apparently. And I get some integrity with this as well. Great. So that is also a thing that is tempting, and I'm sort of thinking maybe I should be pushing for that because it sounds interesting. And as I said, Astro is kind of gated behind it as far as I'm concerned. Or, secret option number 6, something I've not thought of that you guys are going to say, hey, you know what you really need to do? You need to do this. And I'll go, oh, yeah, of course I do. I've noticed there's also a few other things that have occurred to me that are things that are a bit wrong. So if I look at Henkasesui, this is where I'm making my blue circuits in the more efficient way that uses the holmium cables. So the reason this has stalled is because I was relying on the stone overflow from making holmium in order to make the stone bricks in order to make these green circuits. And so because there's enough holmium everywhere, this is ground to a halt, so there's no stone coming out. So at some point I'm going to need to put in a station that takes the stone that's being dug up over here, brings it up, I think this is what I was starting to do here, but I decided it wasn't needed, and turns out I was wrong. Who knew? So I need to feed that in here somehow, but that's going to mean going out there and actually tinkering around with stuff, which makes me think of number six. Thing number six that I might want to do is making some spidertrons, so I can start leaving them on everywhere I go, so that when I think of something like this, then maybe I'll be able to actually put something together without having to head out there myself. So there's a secret option number six. So what's Andrew saying about spaceships? Construction pylons, they're not far off. Where are they? They're in here. That one, isn't it? Construction pylon. Yeah, that's all stuff I've got. I can research that, and that'll finish in a couple of minutes. Um, so you think, oh, I see what you mean. So because yes, if I fly off in a spaceship, then I won't be able to do something here without either having bot coverage for the entire massive area, or having a Spidertron, I suppose. But a Spidertron maybe won't work so well in space because it won't have anything to walk on. I don't know. I don't know if Spidertrons work in space. I've not looked into that. But then I think I would probably want to come back here because building stuff remotely with roboports is frustrating because things tend to I tend to find that when you try and build something with robots, there's so much lag between the instructions and the thing actually happening that I tend to make mistakes, and then I don't realize I've made the mistakes because I don't see the fails until 10 minutes later, at which point I've moved on and I'm doing something else. Oh, I did remember something I did notice. I shall fix this while I'm still here. There's a bit of a gap in my railway lines there. There we go, that's better. Right. I also realised I'd missed out some of the long-handed inserters down here, so I've put those in, and that's now working quite happily. Bio spaceships. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm planning to go down to Norvis or not. Somebody said in comments on something that having spaceships on the ground is awkward, and they're not very good at taking off from planets. I don't know whether that's actually true or not, but it's something I'm mildly cautious about. Let's see what this says about spaceships. Spaceships, there they are. Huge, powerful vehicles, contain structures, items, and probably cheese, and players as well. Fly around the solar system, land on other surfaces. Good. Tiles. So it's a mini movable base. Yep, fair enough. Floor plan. Strict restrictions. Blah 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 blah. Bulkheads. No gaps. Console. What will fall off if you try to launch? Nice. Oh, so booster tank stores the fuel. Okay, so booster tank can hold the fuel and it allows you to take off from the ground, presumably, given the VTOL mention. Rocket engines have the slower burn through space, but presumably take the fuel from the booster tank. Actually, it just says need to get into space. So presumably that means if I build a spaceship up here in orbit, then I don't actually need to put a booster tank in it. But also presumably, the rocket engines are going to need fuel from somewhere because otherwise you'd just have a thing that flies around not needing any fuel. Integrity stress. Well, there was a thing from the research I saw. Spaceship on the bottom. It's not down the bottom. That'd be helpful. Spaceship, that one. So I've currently got a integrity of 300. Okay, that's some, which is this thing here. So as I do more research, I'll be able to build larger spaceships. That's fine. Size of the ship, cargo capacity of the ship. Okay, that seems fine. Not added. Okay. Streamline your spaceship and it'll go quicker. Yes. Flat box fronts avoided. Don't build a wedge. I don't need to build a wedge. Sorry. Up to a third can be flat. Circular. So I can make a Millennium Falcon. That's nice to know. And an integrity check can be done. Speed. I mean, I don't know how much I care about speed because if I'm going to be using, if I'm going to be flying my ship around with massive quantities of cargo in it, it doesn't matter if it takes 10 minutes to get there because there should be enough of a buffer at the other end. So it probably doesn't matter. Engines at the back of the ship are more efficient. Okay, fine. Long distance travel, can do a lot of stuff. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so I can control spaceships via satellite, and also if I'm on the spaceship, I can do stuff via satellite. Good. Um, right. Okay, that seems straightforward enough. Spaceship signals, ID, speed, anchored. Uh, oh yeah, so I need to build landing pads for spaceships as well. Um, oh, this is interesting. Um, right, this looks slightly overwhelming, but let's see what we can do. Um, Now the question is, should I go back down to Norvis and start trying to build a ship there because I've got more stuff, or should I start building it up here because then it won't have to fly quite as far because it'll already be in space, which might make things a bit easier. I don't know. Let's have a look at some of the spaceship parts and think about what goes into them and what they're there for, what we're going to need in order to build the thing. Is it a logistics? Yes, it's a logistics thing. Here's all the stuff down here. So the console, well, I'm only going to need one of those for the spaceship. So the fact that it's kind of expensive doesn't really matter. Fortunately, I now have comprehensive astronomic catalogues being made. That's convenient. None of that's too difficult in small quantities. Aeroframe bulkhead is a mild pain because I've not actually got any, but it's easy enough to build. It's just lots of beryllium. Spaceship wall looks very concretey to me. That's interesting. Let's make spaceships out of concrete. Um, Again, it's the same sort of those sort of things. Doors, motors, and stuff. Here we go. The rocket engine and the boosters tanks are going to be the interesting parts. Again, none of this looks particularly difficult. It's just that it's going to get through a lot of big electric motors, and I don't know how many I've got up here. Um, I've got 1,800 of them. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's try and build one up here, just because. So, where can I build all of this in just normal factories? It doesn't say I can't, so I'm going to guess that that means I can. Right, so I'm going to need a lot of aeroframe scaffolds, and I'm going to need a lot of aeroframe bulkheads. So let's start making those first. Why are you out of ammo? I'm sorry, my attention has been distracted. I've run out of batteries. And you are claiming, but yes, you are trying to get batteries. Okay, a quick yak shave while I go, why have I run out of batteries, and increase this to like 10,000. No, 2,000. Because was it on 500 before? Yes, it was. All right, put that up to 2,000. That might even fill a rocket up and tell it to and make it launch. Let's have a quick look. Here come the batteries through my I'm quite pleased with how well all of this system works, actually. I've got all these things in here, and then and the splitters sorting them and actually loading them into the rocket. It's all a little bit unnecessary, given that I've cut down drastically on the stuff that's coming up in this thing. But still, the theory's good, and it's nice to know that it's still working. Okay, there's loads of space left in here, and the batteries stack up really well, so that's not going to cause another one to launch. Okay, that's enough yaks for now. Let's have a quick think about this. So we're making. Can I fit all of these round one? Yeah, surely I can. That would have to go there, and then that will go there, and then I can put a blue chest. Oh, wrong place. That goes there, and then I can do this. Actually, that's also wrong, because what I'm going to need is that there, and that there. Because then this one can actually make the plates themselves. Then round here we go pole, scaffold, bulkhead, and then we put in, oh no, that's not right. Then we put in this here, and we tell this one to summon the ingots, beryllium ingots, and also low density structures, which are those ones. It points out it's outside of construction bot range, which is a logistics bot range, which is an annoyance, but not an insurmountable one. Let's put that where there's actually power. There we go. And then we can grab from here. Ripknots, you're way ahead of me, mate. I have no idea what's going on with deep space. I'm still on shallow space, shallow end of the space pool. So yeah, actually that said, there are other people in here who might know a bit more about that than me, so they may be able to help you. Right, so that's a pole. So I'll put this one up here with another one of these chests. And you are to make a console, but only one. One and only one. I might do that manually because it might be easy. It might be simpler. That goes there. That all seems to be... What? Okay, yeah, that's sort of basically working. Right, what's the next thing? Floor. Heat shielding and bulkheads. So we'll put that down here. And we'll tell that to ask for heat shielding as well. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this. We'll see how this goes. Like that and that. And I'm going to want lots of floor. So we'll put a chest in for this to unload into. The next one is walls, which is similar inputs, but it also needs glass and heat shield. Okay, I'm not going to be able to put that. I'm not going to be able to fit that in quite as convenient a place. So let's put that. Oh, I don't know. Let's put it there. And another one of those. And you are to make walls. I'm going to need quite a few of them. I suspect I'm going to restrict this to a stack of each for now, because whilst I'm going to need quite a lot of... Not you. Whilst I'm going to need quite a lot of flooring, I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to need, so I just want to leave it open. Do that. Not that one. Yeah, that looks fine. We can leave that going. So what's next? Doors. Yeah, okay, I'm going to need a few of those. I'll come back to that though. This rocket engines and booster engines both need aeroframe scaffolds, so we'll put them in there and there. I don't think I can come up with a way to feed them both from the same one of these chests, unfortunately, so I'm going to need two of those. And two output chests as well. I said two output chests as well. That's better. Now, I presume I'm not going to need very many of these at all, actually. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of the output chests, and they can just build up the stuff inside them. So that's going to be boosters and that thing. There we go. And then there was just doors left, which is a very similar... Oh, it requires wall as well. All right, I'll give that a moment before I get to it. Thank you. You're right, I haven't. Okay, maybe I should have put in more machines doing this part. Most of it, actually, all of it's inside the beacon area, which is quite nice. That'll make things go a little bit quicker here. Right. How much floor? I've got some floor, so let's start making a very, very small spaceship with all 5 pieces of floor that I've got. There they are. Okay. There's my spaceship. Yeah, that's going to go a long way. Ammo for turrets. Oh, right. I think I've heard of this. So yes, is it that you need turrets for shooting down asteroids as you're flying to wherever it is you fly to? There we go. There's the back of my ship. Right. Maybe what I'll do here is just leave this running and producing stuff while I go off and do maybe the biological stuff. Oh, laser turrets does sound easier and more sci-fi and therefore spaceshipy. Bloop. Good. Okay, this is going to take a long, long time. Mostly because of the rate of production of all of this stuff. Could I put accumulators on it and charge them up whenever I land at a landing place? That might work. Oh, something's gone splat here. I wonder what went splat. Oh, it was presumably... I was going to say presumably it was a robot that crashed, but that's a lot of stuff for a crashing robot. So I don't know what's caused that. I'll tidy it up anyway. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that building stuff, and I'm going to come back in a little while and sort of actually hopefully then actually have a spaceship. For now, I'm going to flit off and have a look at the biological science because it's been something I've been not really doing very much of for a while. And looking in here, there's quite a lot of nice stuff that actually requires the biologicals, like the better productivity modules and God, there's something else that I wanted that needed it as well. Oh yes, it was the better. It was the better supercomputers. Supercomputer 3. No, Supercomputer 2 is only energy science, but Supercomputer 3 is bio as well. And I feel like I've left a bit of a gap in there, so I'm going to go out and do Bio 1 and then come back and have a look at it. So Bio 1, what do I need? Lots of stuff. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to be making. I don't need to try and bootstrap this again like I did the first time round, because I've already got quite a lot of these sample things, which can be made into the green sludge as this arrow shows. Um, so I think, yeah, but I still need to build most of this in order to get this the juices flowing, as it were. So I guess I'll head over. I'll put up some pipe work to do all of this. Yeah, so I'm going to need to drop off. I'm going to need 3 fluid drop-offs because I'm going to be bringing some of the green biosludge in because my recycling station is producing biosludge in relatively small amounts, but not tiny amounts. I'll need the orange chemical gel and the space water as well in order to make pink goo, and yeah, well, more stuff beyond that. So let's go over and start thinking about that. Click back in the game before you try and fly. That helps. There we go. And I've got some stuff in my inventory, so I can at least start to plot and plan a little bit. Maybe I need to go away and read about spaceships a little bit to make sure I get this right. Although actually having people around who know what they're talking about to help instead might be a more useful way of doing it. Ah, overshot. What were they doing? I don't know what they were doing. Right, so here is my first station. Sort of a starting point. Let's build out some more scaffolding first while I think about what I want to do next. I think the first thing I'm going to do is going to be to build out a fluid station that's going to bring in the 3 fluids I mentioned. Yeah, save scumming is all very well, but when you're on stream, people notice if you start save scumming, so I try not to. That one there, yes. Yep, that looks like it's in line. Okay, let's find a big fluid station that's getting lots of fluids in. This one will do nicely. It's not the right fluids because that's cryonite slush and light oil, but it'll do for a copy paste. So we take that and we say I also want the tiles. We don't want that though because that'll cause problems. Blueprint from that, drop it over here like so, and then we go, okay, I don't need that, and I don't need that, but I do need that. Flit over there, let the bots do their bottishness. Plunk. Right. So we have 3 fluids coming in here. There's the chemical gel, which we want. We don't want that. We want biosludge instead. We don't want light oil. We want cosmic water, which is in here. Here. Yes. So we've got cosmic water, biosludge, and chemical gel. Good. We want chemical gel, cosmic water, and biosludge. Yum. Okay, so that should now work. That should bring in the stuff that the fluids that I want here. Now, biosludge, I suspect there's not going to be enough being produced in the rest of the base for this system, because it's just coming out of the recycling facilities. So I'm going to need to make some more biosludge over here as well, and that means I need to pull up I want to pull up the diagram for that again, which I didn't do before I started because I didn't plan ahead and I didn't know I was going to be doing this. So let's just find the image for that. It's one of these two. Biologicals, yes, there we go. Let's not put that over the top of chat, that's rude. Controlling computers is difficult. Right, so we have, I don't know which is which now. Okay, this one is the biosludge. So if I put in a pipe like this and this, then we can realize I've just overlapped with all of that, and that won't do. So right, this belt comes down there. That's I don't want to get in the way of that. So yeah, sure, that'll do. So this is the biosludge. And we need to make sure that we've got some of this, but we need to make sure that we make more if there's a shortage of it in the tanks over here. So what I'll probably do, I could pump it out. Yeah, let's pump it out of these tanks and put it into another tank over here, and we'll use that one as a measure. So we'll put a pump in here. It's possibly not the best place to put it, but it's where it'll. Actually, no. Let's redesign all this again. So because I'm going to pump it out of the tanks, I'm going to put a pump in there, and we always want the tanks over here to be full. There's not going to be any, as far as I'm aware. And let's just check this before I screw myself over. I don't think there's anything that produces biosludge as a side product, but I want to check. So now this is a way of making biosludge. This is a way of making biosludge. Yep, so is that. That's interesting. I'm going to have phthalic acid at some point. That might be a good way of doing it. I don't think it is, but it might be. That's got biosludge as a byproduct. Okay. So we'll set this pump to only pump when the tank is less than 80% full or something. That should keep that safe. That can be a fiver. Like that. Right, so that's my biosludge. And to make more biosludge, I need to have. I need to come from the biosamples. So I'll do that further down the thing. I'm going to need to make the pink goop. What do I make pink goop in? And what's it called? Pink goop. No, funnily enough, that doesn't get it. Nutrient gel. That's what it's called. Nutrient gel is made in a chemical plant or biochem facility. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do that here. Biochem. I don't even know if I've got any of these with me. I probably haven't, because I did have a load for one of the earlier things I was doing, but I probably put them all down again just to save inventory space. Okay, let's go and get some biological machines. Sorry, this is another let's fly back all the way across the base again, and it's getting further and further each time I do a new thing. Maybe I should have organized the base a bit differently and had things lead away in different directions, but I haven't, so oh well. And I'm going to need more scaffolding anyway. So I want biochem. So I'm going to need some of them. I'm probably going to need lots of them, if we're being honest here, because this is biological stuff, and there's a lot of weird green stuff going on in here. Let's have a look at the bio 1 and see what we see. So that's thermodynamics, mechanical, biochem, and genetics. Okay. So we want mechanical, biochem, I've suggested, we've got already, genetics. That was it. It's those three, wasn't it? Oh, and thermo. Why do I not have any genetics facilities? There should be some genetics facilities because I had them when I ripped them up over there. Where have they gone? That's a worry. Yeah, because over here I was making bioscience 1, so I should have a load of genetics facilities. Oh, unless I've grabbed them all, but I only had 2 of them. Okay, that's fair enough. Right. There is also in the system over here, there's loads of these biosamples and things. So let's take a few of those, and sure, I'll take a couple of those nutrient vats as well, just to get me started. Now, if we come back over here again, growth facility. What's is that for tier 1, or it rings a bell? So I think it probably. Oh yes, of course, yes, that's how you grow all of the samples. Yes, I remember now. Thank you. Uh, growth facility, that one. So let's take. I don't know how many have I got. 3. Okay. I don't think any of the other things are particularly biological related. So that'll do for now. What are you bots trying to do? Okay. And back over here then. And I've got not got a very full inventory. Okay, but never mind. It was always going to happen. Flip back over here. There's a bit of a space at the top here, but I'll probably use that for converting the vitamelange into vitamelange extract, I think it is. Or no, spice into extract, that's the one. So I'm not too worried about that just yet. Okay, so the biochem facilities, they go in. I'll put one in here because it's going to be outputting that stuff. Bump. I want you to make biosludge, perhaps? Oh, here we go. Biosludge from biomass, that's the one I want. So that takes that and cosmic water in and produces contaminated sludge and biosludge. Excellent. So we'll have another tank over here as well. If I've got them, I have. Excellent. Don't know where to put this. Let's put it here. It's going to be in the way of some other stuff, but I'm going to put it there anyway. And then, yeah, so I have a pipe coming across to there. Then we go underground. That makes it easier. And just pipe like that. Actually, you know what? Let's move this down one like that. Biosludge from biomass pipe. And yeah, okay, so that's going to also produce the contaminated scrap, so I'm going to need to deal with that. Cosmic water. Which of you guys is cosmic water? This one. So I'm going to bring that one down this column. So I need to bring it across. I don't know, is that... Oh yeah, as spot on as it gets. That needs to go up actually like this. There we go. Oh, not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. There we go. Oh, and I need a pump on the output of here as well, because I'm basically you want to use these to keep that reasonably full, but not too full. So I'm probably going to need to put in some pylons around here in order to carry the signals. That's all they're actually needed for. Carry the signal cables. So I could put one there, and one there. And I'll get the actual power down here using the big pylons because that's just so much easier. But I want to get this working first, so I need to hook it up with the red wire to there, 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 and there. And so we say if you have less than if biosludge is less than 15,000, then pump, and you say if biosludge is less than 5,000, then you pump. So that way we'll use the stuff that's in these tanks first by priority, but if this gets to really empty, then we'll start pumping in more from here. So that should work quite nicely there. And let's just whack in a straight pipe like that for now. Nice and easy. Okay, good. One of these to rule them all. Probably about here. Oh, I'm going to need an input as well, a bio samples for that. Let's do this bit with that. I hear gurgling noises, so something's clearly working. I think it might be the coolant up the top. Okay, so that's making the biosludge. And that's oh, I was going to do that further down because this means I need to run a belt up with biosamples on it, where instead of just having the pipe. Ah, I wasn't going to do that there. Never mind. It can stay there. That's fine. I can run a belt back up again. Then we need to make the nutrient gel. Because there's a couple of ways to make it. I don't have methane gas at the moment, so I think I'll stick with the traditional way, which is apparently saving the game. So that needs coal, orange, green, and blue. So green comes from here. Let's just run that round like that, I think, for now. Is there actually going to be room for all of these fluids in there? I'm not sure there is. Might need to move that down a bit further. Let's try that. We're going to have a belt here bringing coal in. Then we're going to need an orange goo supply and a blue goo. So this is the blue. Like that. And the orange stuff is going to come in up here. And go underneath all of that. No, that's supposed to be... It's supposed to be coming down here somewhere. Probably this column, if we're being honest. But what I'll do for now is just run it down here like this. Then I'll go down here like... Oh wait, it's going to come through here. Like that. Boom. Okay, that's all the fluids. One of these is going to end up being coal. It might as well be this one, out of, just sheer laziness really at this point. I'm then going to realise there isn't room to bring it out, but do that anyway. We can then get the ground up here, like that. Good. So let's program that one. Okay, so that's purple goo. Oh no, I need an inserter. That's purple goo being made. I do also need to output the contaminated scrap here. I mustn't forget that. And that needs to then be taken away somewhere, somehow. Okay, I'm gonna have to come up and down. Oh, no. This is getting messy already, and I've barely started. Okay, contaminated scrap is coming through here. That's my contaminated scrap dump. How many things have I got here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5, except they're just out of whack. So if I bring this one across like that, and this one across, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the most I can have with the amount of undergroundy things I've got. So that means that I'm going to have the biological samples coming up here. Like that. And being put in there. Okay, that's reasonably straightforward. Okay, so I've got the pink goo. I now need to turn that into pink goo pots. So that means, is there anything? Yes, there are other things that use the pink goo. So I'm going to want to keep that, which means another pipe coming out here. God, this is quite convoluted. I think I'm starting to see where the challenge of biological science comes in. There's just a lot of things that need to be passed all the way through the system for it to work. There we go. Okay, so that's my pink goo coming out. Do you produce anything else as a byproduct? No, you don't. Excellent. So that's done for certain levels of done. Next up is making the pink goo pots. Nutrient pots, these things. Nutrient vats. So they're again made in a biochem facility. For this one I need iron and glass. Okay, so I've put in another one of these about here. And so you're making nutrient pots. We need a belt coming in that has the iron and glass on it, which comes in here. Like this, presumably. And that'll be the next two of these. Well, that one and that one. No, there. Like that. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's program that one in as well. So, so this one is iron. I think it might be about time I started summoning trains with these things in them, so that I can keep track a little bit more easily of what's on what. Then the third one is going to be Vita Melange or Vita Spice, because that's how it's already set up. Should be in here still. Yes, Vita Spice. Then over here we're going to be bringing in glass. That was the next one. And where's the combinator for this station? I'm sure when I copied this, I just deleted the light on it. So, what's going on here? Why is there a... Oh, that's going to the chest. Okay, no, it's all there. Just don't... There's no... The combinator is missing. That's weird. Let's steal the settings for that from somewhere else. I haven't linked it up to the network yet, so that's not going to break, hopefully. There we go. And I don't want... Well, I'm probably going to want those. I don't want any of the rest of it. So far, I want Vita Melange Spice. I want iron. I want glass. And I want coal. So there's room for coal. Oh, and memory cards. Yeah, right. Let's make this one memory cards. They're in science, aren't they? Yes, there they are. Like that. And now that's all programmed up. I can link it up to the network here, like that. And then we should start getting some trains coming in. I also need to press the right buttons. I also need to come down here and configure this one to start summoning trains. So we need track like that so the trains can escape again afterwards. I've programmed that. It's hooked up to everything except that. Like that. Yeah, that should do. I should have used green wires for the pumps, just to make things look a little bit more separated. But never mind. That seems to have worked. Okay, so that's these things. Have I got room for the? Yes, I have. So an output of those. In, out, shake it all about. Right, good. That's going reasonably well so far. So the next step. So working along the chain. I've started off from here, and I've made the pink goo. Now then I made the pink pots. So the next thing is to make the green pots. So that's again, it's taking in the pink goo pots, which I need to put them on a belt because they're going to be needed later for the purple pots. But then I need to combine that with the vitamelange spice and some green goo to make the green pots. Okay, I can do that. We'll need a bit more space to do so. So these things are to be exported on the this as normal. Like so. But also, I'm not producing anything. No byproducts. Good. I'm also going to split that off here, bring it straight down and across to be turned into, right, okay, so we need to bring in the vitamelange spice as well, which was this belt. There we go. That's those two inputs. And what do we make of these? We do this. Oh, right. Okay. This also requires the genetic data. So there's a little bit of a feedback problem in here, but we do this in a Christmas tree. So we bring in nutrient vats, vitamelange spice, genetic data, which I forgot about because it was slightly hard to see on the diagram the way I was looking at it. Yeah, that's my my bad there. So we need a Christmas tree. I've only got 2 of them. Make a count. Goes there, and you're making green pots. Okay. So we've got the inputs of those 2. We're going to need to bring back up the biological, the genetics data as well, and bring that in on a separate belt here. So we can pass out that there. And also we need the biosludge to come in here, which of course clashes with another thing. Where is biosludge? This one. Ooh, no. Like that. And that looks like a 5 to me. No, it's a 7. Pump that out, pipe that out like that. Up and across. Right, so that should now be, well, I say it should be happy. It hasn't got half the stuff it needs, but I've sketched out what goes in there, so that's it's going okay so far. Okay, here we've got the iron. We haven't got the glass yet. We haven't got the pink goop yet. But we're making pink goop, so we will very soon have the pink goop. Or at least we would if I'd actually, you know, linked it up properly. So let's do that and that, to be honest. If I end up putting more machines in, then I'll do underground pipes across from here, and I'll underground that belt to get to the other side. But that should be all right. So it's got nearly everything. It just needs the glass, and glass is at a bit of a shortage at the moment. I think I talked about this in the previous episode. I've got a little bit of a problem where everything is using glass, and there's only a few places making it as a byproduct. So there's a lot of glass being used, not enough glass being created. I don't think I've run out yet. That's substrate. No, there's still 15. Oh, only 15,000. That should be enough to send a train over to it to pick it up for here. In fact, no, it's memory cards. And that's completely the wrong science type. That was presumably dropping off the Vitamelange because nothing else has just appeared. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe the glass will turn up. I'll worry about it in a bit if it doesn't. Okay, so this is going fairly well. I think that brings us up to here. We then combine those with the pink sludge in order to make the biosamples. And let's check what that's done in. So nutrient vats make bioculture, which make that's the growth facilities we were talking about. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you mentioned those, or I'd have totally come over here without any. These are used for other things as well. So I'm going to do this sort of thing here where I split it out because I've got a thing that needs it immediately, and also pink goop. But I've also got lots of things later that need it as well. So put that there. Take those in. And if you're going to be making these things, then you're going to need, as we say, the pink goo as well. So that comes up there. Pink goo is this one way over here. Okay. That's just a tiny bit too long. Actually, all right. I'm not just saying this because of the way the chips happen to fall, but if we put that there, then I can bring this out like this. And this. There we go. There's the pink goo. Fill this up here. Right. That's good. That's kind of working. Now this is a lots of byproducts things. So we've got the thank you. There you go. There's the diagram gone. Thank you. Yeah, I am absolutely abysmal at that. I know I've apologised for this many times before, and I'm probably going to apologise for it many times again. Okay, so we're going to have even more stuff coming out here. So we've got so this one is all things that are going to come out and be fed onto the bus system. Some of them are wanted, some of them are not. So we've got, in fact, let's bring one of them out here. Let's be lazy about this. Bring that right over there. Then we need a belt to bring out the samples from there, and then another pipe like that, like that, to bring out the whatever we're going to call this slime, this particular slime. So we've got pink pots coming down here. So let's pull that up. That can come in there. This one come in here. These are both junk outputs. So these are the contaminated cosmic water and contaminated biosludge, both of which are going to be fed onto a scrap train and taken over here to this facility, which is set up to deal with cosmic water, scrap, contaminated scrap, and contaminated biosludge. Clean it all out in the big facility here. then pass it over here. There we go. There's some contaminated cosmic water, and then the contaminated biosludge can be then, sorry, the cleaned biosludge can then be picked up from here by a train and brought back over to the biological facility to go through the system again. So that should work nicely. Should. You know, famous last words and all that. All right, I've also outgrown my substation, so we'll put another one there. It's really handy. You can just drop those into space and just not care. Okay, so we're going to have this. Oops, missed. That can come out there and be fed down onto here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it can't. It can be fed here onto the next one across. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blank, blank, next one. Yes, that's correct. Good. Except this one needs to be... Oh, no, wait. I've already accounted for this one. That's this one here, because we're feeding this back up to be turned into more, back into biosludge as well. So this should actually come down here to get rid of that. That's really awkward. This is so tight here, because what I want to do is split it so it goes both ways. I'm going to have to do it like this, which is horrible. And then put in an underground pipe like that to get past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all right. I can fill that gap with one of these. Doop. And then yeah, just work from there basically. Okay, that's that dealt with. There's all these pipes of unfriendly liquids being produced, so there's still a little bit of that to worry about. But that means I've now got these things being made. So that was the reason behind that. And that means after all of that, I can now start thinking about producing the actual data packs. I also need lube, it turns out. But otherwise, oh, and stone. But other than that, I think I've got everything. So stone I need to bring in. Chemgel I've already got. So that makes plasma. I need to bring in lube for, I don't know, slippery biology, if you'll pardon the expression. Need to bring in chemical gel, which I've got, vitamin iron, Vitaspice, which I've got, and biosludge, which I've got. Okay, so all of this can be done if I bring in the lube and the stone. So that's sorted. That's all right. That's everything for Bio 1. Then for Bio 2, let's see. As far as inputs go, I'm going to already have the orange clouds from up here, so that's fairly straightforward. This can be made. I've got that. I need to make that, but that's made from that and that, which is made from that. So all of the ingredients for this I've already got. That also goes to here. Glass I've already got. Sulfuric acid I'm going to need to bring in for this, and lube I'll already have in here. So there's lots of intermediates here, but in order to get Bio 2, the only actual extra resource I need to bring in is sulfuric acid. So again, that's not too bad. What is this snapping to? I've no idea. That's not too bad. I only need the sulfuric acid as an extra. So let's go up, reprogram that station to also request lube, and see if I can add stone to the solids station. And I think there is room for one more thing on the solids, so that should be all right. Yes, this is everything I need for Bio 1 then. It seems like a lot of stuff, but yeah. Stone. I've got glass now. Okay, everything's working. It's just the memory cards are the only things I'm actually short of up here, and I'm not going to need those for a little while because I'm so starved for there's so many steps to do before I actually get to, you know, making the actual science, which is the whole point of this system. Right, you need to be linked up to something. It's this one, this pylon. Okay, like that. And then you are a lube unloading, which is going to be fluid because it's a vanilla one. Lubricant. Greater than 0? Yes. Lube's greater than 0, then pump. Yep, good. That makes sense. And then over here, we want you to say, I also need lube. Every time I say lube, take a drink, especially if I say it in that voice. Now I need to get my lube out of this station. I think this is probably going to be the best way to do it. It's not going to go all the way over here. I'm just not sure how far it's going to go yet. So let's fall down here. So the lube is going to go in on this column. Fallen off. There we go. That looks like a 7 to me. It is. Wow, I'm getting better at judging these things, and I'm not sure that's something to be proud of. Oh dear. Is that my lube train? That is my lube train. Right. Okie dokie. This is coming together quite nicely. This entire column down the middle here is for the coolants, which I've not put in yet. Mostly because I can't be bothered. I'm not going to need those until I actually start doing science-related stuff and needing to cool things. And I'm not going to bring the pipes down until I actually need to. So right, so that means I've got my biosamples. They're all the way over here, but I've got them. But I'm sort of tempted to, because everything uses the bio sample things. I think instead of bringing them down, instead of having them all the way over here. Oh, I could have had that one square over. Never mind. I'm tempted to, yeah, let's change this around a bit. Let's do this. So then get rid of that and that. Instead, let's split this off here because there isn't anything on this column yet. This one here is the coolant, and that's the first one, as in the rightmost one that I'm actually already using. So I think I can justifiably get away with just bringing the samples down here, and because they're used by basically everything, I think having them here is probably a more efficient and more effective way to do it. So I'm gonna. Right, let's see. One of the things I'm going to need to feed the genetics data back up. Did I have a space for that? Yes, that's this column here. Wait, what? I'm going to need the genetics data up to here. Right. I sort of want to squeeze the genetics one in first. Alternatively, what if I do genetics data first because it needs to be fed backwards? I think that's probably a good idea. Because otherwise I'll build around things too much and it'll just get awkward to fit it in and I'll run out of scaffolding. Damn it. So genetics data is made in Christmas trees, I believe, and it's just made out of biosludge. I've just noticed I haven't linked a thing in there. I'll do that in a second. So you're making genetics data. That requires blank data cards and biosludge. Fine. That requires a pipe there that I completely missed. So genetics data is going to come out here. And I'm going to put a splitter in here and then run this here, which isn't somewhere where there's supposed to be anything, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a rebel. There we go. That's the genetics data. So down here, genetics data takes in biosludge, which is the one that, well, I've lost it again. Biosludge is this one. I'm running out of underground pipes. I'm just running out of blooming everything. That's too long for a 5, too close for a 5, isn't it? Yes, I thought so. There we go. Actually, better idea. Cancel that. Reverse it. Remove it all again. If I put this the other way up, then I can just tack it onto this output feed up here. Like that. In fact, let's do that and that. There we go. That's slightly easier to expand it later now. And then I'll feed the biosludge in at the bottom, and it just means a little bit less pipe work. That's mildly annoying. I'm going to have to deal with that, but oh well. And I've run out. Of course I have. Too far. Let's use a 9 and a 3. Yeah, spot on. Right. That's a bit of... Oh no, it wouldn't actually start working because we need to get the genetics data. We need to get the memory cards in there as well. That's... Goes under there. And then this one will just go down internally. Go. Right, yep, that's fine. Okay, I need an inserter to take it out, and I need a belt to bring in the memory cards for this one. Memory cards. Where are memory cards? They're up here somewhere. Are you memory cards? No, you're iron. Stone. It's this one. The one that I haven't got any of course. Of course, because of course it is. No. There we go. All the way down here. Splitter. Fine. So what I get for bringing a belt up in a silly place. But never mind. A little bit of spaghetti never hurt anyone. Okay, so that's my genetics data. That's the first of my biological data's done. Excellent. That's I think that's some fairly good progress. It's that's one out of 4, and it's probably the easiest one of them because it doesn't require much in the way of inputs. I have, however, completely run out of scaffolding. So let's go back and see how the spaceship part construction is getting on, and pick up some more scaffolding and other bits and pieces while we're over there. Yeah, so I think, I'm going to need something to make the plasma. What's that called? A plasmatorium. That thing, plasma generator. That's an imaginative name for a thing that makes plasma. I'm not going to criticise it for having a logical name. That'd be rather silly of me. Restock. This stuff takes up crazy amounts of inventory space. But can you imagine if I was trying to get construction robots to build it all the way over on the other side of the map? It'd take forever. Right, so I have 50 spaceship tiles. So I'm not going to try and make a Millennium Falcon for my first spaceship. Let's make something a bit smaller and, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what I want at the moment, so I'm just going to sort of sketch something out. It said you don't need to make... Ooh, don't need to fall off the world. You don't need to make something too pointy, so let's run out of spaceship parts. Great. All right, that didn't go very far. I'm going to make that make 500 instead of 50. Walls I'm not going to bother with until I've got something built up on the floor there to actually build around. So I think that's probably good. Oh, I sort of assumed they'd be able to fly in an arbitrary direction depending on how you pointed them. Okay, that's worth knowing. Thank you. Let's just rip this whole thing back up again. as long as they're okay taking off through a an existing factory. Oh, okay. The engines can only go one way round then. All right. There we go. There's a starter spaceship. To be honest, it's barely even an escape pod, but it's I suppose it's a start. There we go. World's smallest spaceship. Did I? Yes, I got the yeah. So I got the floor, which is the main thing I needed. I got the plasma generators, which are going to be another thing I need very, very soon. Yeah. Nope, this is the wrong one. This is orange, all very, very orange. And over here, this is all green. Excellent. Right. So next one. Well, I can work my way down the diagram, I suppose. So that means going through. I do hot, slippery. I don't even know what they are. I don't know. Whatever these things are. Yeah, I think I might as well, because otherwise, if I try and start off with some of the easier ones, then I'm just going to end up with massive quantities of the whatever science pack is being sat on the bus. So let's start making plasma. That's my first thing to do. Plasma. I'm going to give it a little bit more space here because I feel like the bus is sort of expanding to the right as well as to the left. So let's put that there. I want the plasma generator to generate plasma, funnily enough. So we have a belt coming in, a pipe, and the pipe is orange goo. Where even is the orange goo? The orange goo is this one. Okay. Oh. Just unfortunate timing and unfortunate spacing. Can it? Can it? No, not quite. How far down are we going? Okay. This far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to put it here ideally. No, I want to put the other side of it here. So like that. And then there. And then there. Oop. There. Right. Gloop. And then we get the stone coming in here. Stone is here. I love a well-developed bus. It makes things like that so easy. Well-developed, well-deployed, well-placed, verbed. A well-verbed bus. Right, that's my plasma. Now I'm going to need plasma over here somewhere as well. I'm pretty sure that I realised some of these were unnecessary. I'd left far more space than I actually needed for a lot of these things. So let's try and find a gap, shall we? So those are the coolants. Those are all the things that are pouring off the train, as is that one. Then we've got 1, 2, 3. I've put this in the wrong place, haven't I? Yes. This orange gloop should not be here. It should be here. Ah, oh, let's go and fix that. That would be why I had to put so many undergrounds into it. Oops. This should actually just come straight down here. And this will be much easier. Gosh, it's almost like when you bring the pipe down in the right place, there's far fewer things in the way. Who'd have thought it? Is that the lot? Yeah. Oh, no, not quite. There we go. I'll just bring this straight across like that, though. It's easier that way. Right. Then... So this is... This... Is there anything in this middle... This one here? Yes, this is the this contaminated scrap. Then we've got this belt that takes... That will eventually take... biosamples up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the contaminated things. Gap, gap. And then there's a space here next to the lube. Yeah, that one's there. Then 2 gaps. So there's room there for the plasma. Next to the plasma and lube. Yeah, that sounds like a nice safe combination. Although if my counting is correct, well, my counting clearly, somewhere my counting has gone wrong. Oh, no, it hasn't. No, that's all right. Yeah, there's a space. That's the space for the other side of the gap. And then this one here is the column where the, well, in this case, plasma is going to go in. Okay, that's all right. However, I'm also going to need plasma immediately afterwards to make hot biologicals, which basically presumably is just burning up the biosamples, which seems very, very mean, but never mind. Genetics data, this must be the biosamples. Yes. So this is going to be in a thermodynamics facility, sorry. Put that in there. And I want you to make biocombustion. Yes, that's a good word for just burning the heck out of things, isn't it? So we take one input there, one there. One of these is going to be a memory card, isn't it? It's memory, yeah, memory card, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. There we go. And then the memory cards. Which ones are the memory cards? So this one. Memory cards come off here. Like that. And then we bring out the science there. And if we bring this one down, then I can put it onto the other side of this belt, because there's two sides to a belt, two sides to every belt. Right, that's my first two sciences done. Actually, no, I take it back. That's not really the first 2 sciences done, because I need inputs and output inserters like that, and I need to deal with this toxic sludge that's going to come out of here as well. Now, where was my... Which were my toxic sludge pipes? It was these ones. Because this hasn't run yet, unhelpfully. Why is it not run? What are you missing? Missing biocultures. You're missing genetics data, which comes down here, and you're missing memory cards, which of course I don't have any of. Although I could chuck some in there just to get, because it's useful when these pipes have got stuff in them, so you can tell which is which at a glance. But this is, yeah, this is the biosludge, and that's cosmic water. So the biosludge is the first one. That is biosludge on the output, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, contaminated biosludge. Okay, so bring that around here. This gets it into the same pipe. So at some point, somewhere along here, and it doesn't really matter where. I might do it here actually because there's loads and loads of space. I need to put in another train for dropping off. Why is this broken? Minus 10,000. Oh, I haven't linked the bloody ah. I didn't link the tanks up to the system like that. Well, that's awkward. That train might just have to stay there forever. Oh, it doesn't even unload when it's sat there like that. Right. It might have to sit there on automatic until it's got an empty cargo inventory. Grr. That's very awkward. I mean, how much is left in it? Oh, 23,000. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Oh, and there's another trains with a biosludge trying to come in as well. Let's do that and just get rid of it for now. While this one. Oh, and I'm missing a signal up there as well. Okay, mistakes were made. Let's go up and try and sort them out. So you need a signal there. Why are you not unload? Why are you stuck trying to unload? What's gone wrong here? Those boxes are linked to absolutely everything else. That's set to minus 10,000. Oh. Apparently I can't be trusted with a keyboard. How much have you got left? 800. All right, fine. There we go. I'll put it somewhere myself. I'm going to fly up to the science station, the science area, because that's just up here, and I'm going to nick some memory cards and bring them down and turn them into genetics data, so these things can actually start flowing a bit. That'll probably be enough. Right, back down here. There's the genetics facility. Let's give it some memory cards. There you go. And out they come. These ones go up here to be fed into the goopamatorium, which I haven't put an output inserter on. An excerter, if you will. There we go. God, it needs a lot of the genetics data. So it needs 10 of those to produce... Oh no. Oh. Arsburgers. Right. Genetics data loops round, it turns out. Where are you? That one. What even... What? Do I need... Oh, yes, I need these... yes. Do I need the green pots for anything else? What are they even called? I don't know. Biocultures are used for making biomass. They make raw fish. How does that work? I suppose you grow the fish in it, and they make wood. Okay, so I don't care about anything else there. So this can be set up to filter out junk memory cards to the right, and I can now dump them somewhere. Oops. No. Maybe Factorio and beer isn't such a good idea. They can also go out to some sort of disposal system somewhere. And then that means finally the growy things can come down this way. So you can have those genetics things I just picked up. You can also have these genetics things that have just been passed up and you didn't grab as they went past. Christmas tree runs, that comes out there. Okay, they're coming out on the right, which is what we expected from before. So we can just merge them straight in there and say input priority is right. Let's do that for now. There we go. And this can run round and round a few times, and yeah, here come the green pots of stuff that we need. So this should now be producing the biosamples. Yes, it is, but it's quite a slow process. That's why I had several machines before. Good, but good, it seems to be working. And if we look at these pipes here, then these have become identified as what's what. So we know this is working properly. Good. Yes, it is actually good. Right, let's have a scrap station now. Now, where's going to be producing the most types of scrap? This one's pretty good. This has got 3 out of the 4. So we'll take a copy of this and put that in here. Then we can get a scrap station set up, and we'll have somewhere to dump all of those all the slightly gross stuff that comes out of the biological research system. You know, like the contaminated fluids and things. If anyone's listening to me without knowing that I'm playing Factorio or what on earth is going on, they're going to wonder what on earth I'm talking about when half the time I'm talking about lube. Then if it's not lube, then it's contaminated fluids and biologicals and stuff like that. Hopefully the neighbours can't hear. Fallen off the world. I need a little bit more space here for another tank. And for a pylon, like so. And then, so this one is, I don't know which is which. Let's check over here. Front of the train is cosmic water, back of the train is biosludge. Front of the train is cosmic water, that's this one. Why is the train complaining? Oh, I've lost it. Oh, I should have just clicked on it and then tried to work out what it was. Okay, front of the train is cosmic water, that's this one. That's going to be too... Oh no, it's going to be 1 square too big. Great. So put in a 9 there, and 9 and 7 will be 16, so 9 and 5 is going to be about right. Then put that across. That looks like a 7 to me. Yeah. Underground, like that. No, that one. Link it in there. Good. And up here we have the same sort of thing, but it's a bit further, so let's stick in some long ones like that, and then probably a 5. Yeah. Straight across there, and we can go underground for that much of it, and that looks like another 5 to run out of 5s. Another 5, yes, spot on. Right. So I need to also link these to these up as well, and then check that the maths, the combination down here. Yes, that's got all four of the things it could be picking up on it. Good. So now we got 0.3. That's not very much, and 1.8 thousand. So the contaminated cosmic water is coming through pretty quickly. But on here, as you can see, those are still both all massively negative. So we've got a good while to go before a train actually turns up to take these away. Now I did have some contaminated scrap coming out somewhere, I think. Was it you? No, you're Duff memory cards. So you need to head down to the next station where I'll deal with those. Somewhere, I'm sure I was producing. Was it this one? No, that's something I want. That's something I want. Nope, that is 2. Maybe it was down here. I'm sure one of these was producing. One of these machines was producing contaminated scrap. Let's check properly. It's this one. Right. Okay. So I've flooded the belt with contaminated scrap. That's unhelpful. Oh no, it's only no, that belt is just contaminated scrap. That is helpful. Which is this? Yes, this one here. all the way across here. Like that. There we go. Disposed of. Nice. It's nice having all of these systems set up. So when I go, oh no, I've got a load of scrap to get rid of, I can just copy and paste the previous station that I designed before in, and it's easily done. Nice and easy to drop in. So we've got junk data cards coming out here as well. So that's going to be something else I'm going to need to protect against. So I've got them coming out somewhere higher up as well. So I'm going to need another column along here to deal with those. So it's this one here. I don't think there's nothing after lube in my own personal little alphabet thing. So these can come along here. Alright, we'll go into this belt, this pipe here. And then come into here where it's supposed to be. Yeah, because that's 1, 2, 3, so we haven't got anywhere near 5 yet. Then we need to have a disposal station for the junk data cards. I know I've made those before. They must be everywhere. Except material, apparently. Material does not produce junk data cards. Here we go. That one. It is nice that so many of these things are effectively solved problems. So I can just go and grab from the previous time I solved them. And it's just easy. There we go. That signal shouldn't be there. There should be one. Oh, there is one there. That's all right. Let's do that properly. No. Right. And then this one needs to carry on down here and pick up from this belt, because that's going to be taking away the junk data cards on the left side. There we go. Oh, we need an underground belt in here apparently, like that. There we go. Right, we are now making genetics data at a suitably high rate. We are making combustion data at an extremely low rate, and I've forgotten to put a pipe in there. Boop. But we are making it. Look, there's one. There's another one. Good. So that's working. Next up, the slippery one, the one that required the lube. I don't even know what that is. Look at that up in a second. That's presumably going to be done in a mechanical data machine, a mechanical facility. That's the word, facility. I want you to make this. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the right picture. So it's biomass, data cards, and lubricant. Biomechanical data. I mean, I'm not even going to think about how lube and biosamples creates biomechanical data. I don't really want to know. It's all a bit squishy for my tastes. So we have the usual input belt with memory cards and biosamples on it. These are going to need to go underground like that. Let's just jump straight past all of this. Put that in there. Feed it on one side, and then the other side is going to be memory cards, which is there and there. Sure, let's do that like that. And then we need to bring the lube in, and that needs ideally wants to be on the same line as this one, but never mind, no can do. That looks like if I put a 7 in, then I can go underground for the next bit, like that. And then we're going to need to bring this in here. Yeah, that's probably the best place to do it. That's probably a 3er, like that. And then a pipe across. Good. Like that. And also like that. Inserter. Okay, so that's now working. But oh, this is one of those difficult ones where it's got 2 outputs, and one of them comes out in the middle of the opposite side. That's kind of irritating. However, I can deal with this. It's a problem I've solved before. I'm not too concerned. So this one is the contaminated biosludge. That's you. Ooh, spot on. Perfect length. Excellent. Like that. Then we have the contaminated cosmic water coming out of the side, which is annoying because it means it's hard to put the machines butting up against each other. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, put that there. Which side was the cosmic water? It was the other side of it. Okay. What has happened here? Why is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is this in the wrong place? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, this is supposed to have bumped across one when things got sorted out here, but I didn't realise. Okay, that's fine. So much of this game is just sort of trying to wind pipes through in awkward places. But I think I already knew that. Right, there we go. That's the unwanted outputs. Presumably it's going to produce junk. Oh, it doesn't produce junk data cards. It just always produces good ones. That makes a nice change. So we've got that belt coming down there. We have this one coming across like that. And an exerter there. And there we go. That's 3 of the 4. This is going quite quickly, actually. I'm pleased with how smoothly this is going. It's maybe sort of fatal blast words and all that sort of stuff, but especially as I'm just about to run out of these things again. There we go, like that. So let's go and see if I've made enough to build a spaceship yet. I wonder if I can build a spaceship with just the one engine, or whether that would be a bit anemic and pointless. Whee! Jetpack, yeah. Okay, load me up. Go. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Number of bots there are bringing me all this random stuff I've just asked for. Right. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, I think you're probably right. There's so many different types of bio everything, different type, that each of those is a bit of an effort to make. And once you've got the goo. Oh, my rocket's failing. What's going on here? It's not too difficult. This is an annoyance. So this rocket isn't going anywhere. It probably should, but apparently none of my remote sites require a rocket right now. So let's have a quick look around. Does Ganymede really not need a rocket? It usually does, in my experience. Oh, Ganymede does, but Ganymede is so far away, I've renamed it differently. No, it's just called Rocket Parts Drop. Oh, it's probably fueling up to go out here. Yeah, it is. Okay, so once that finishes fueling, it's going to be ready and it'll head out. But there's no fuel coming through. Why is there no fuel coming through? Oh, there is. These pipes are basically empty. Why are you not making light oil? What has gone wrong down here? There's no coal. What? There's always something wrong, and this time it's coal. Where does coal even come from? It's just over here, isn't it? Yeah, here. Oh, right. I see. So because I've got backed up so much with the rocket parts, the coal has stopped coming in because there's no way for a coal rocket to land. That's awkward. So I need more fuel in order to launch this rocket, but I can't get more fuel in until I've got some more coal in, and I can't get more coal in until I've found some space in order to launch the rocket. I guess what I need to do then is put in some sort of dirty little hack here. Oh, scatter stuff everywhere. Gross. Like this, and this, and this isn't going to be enough. This. I don't like it, but it'll have to do. Right, where was my... Let's empty some of this junk, this stone out of my inventory. There's my stone rocket landing pad. Don't need that anymore. Oh yeah, that's a thought. So some of my landing pads, when I was setting this up, I had excess quantities of some of the stuff, like here, this beryllium. And so that's why there were chests up the side of it. If I try and empty that into here, then I can get rid of some of these chests. Because they're not really supposed to be there. They're just there because I was having problems with things earlier and needed somewhere to dump the excess of whichever thing it was at the time. That looks like have I tidied them all up? It looks promising so far. Yeah, I think so. All right, that's that tidied up again out of the way. Okay, so there we go. A rocket has landed. We're ripping through a lot of coal. Now I might end up needing to send some rocket parts back down to Norvis just because there's so many here. But I want to get a rocket off to Ganymede because largely because I don't want to run out of vulcanite. So hopefully this will fill up. It was nearly there, 454 out of 463. I wonder. Have some of them. Is that going to be enough to launch it? Probably not. They were 10s, and I don't think it's that efficient. It turns 1 into 50, so 10 will be 500, and this rocket needs 10,000. Okay, no, not going to happen like that. Okay, so other things. What was I talking about? Oh, right, yes, I was looking at this, wasn't I? Because now that I can pick up a decent amount of the spaceship floor, I can come down here and go, well, let's make my spaceship this wide to start with. It is a width. Can't fly inside. I'm not inside. I'm just stuck. There we go. So I can't... What if I fly over it? Then I land. Okay, that's interesting. So I need to make sure I leave space at the front of my spaceship in order for me to get out, or I might end up feeling a little bit stuck. But I can build a wall like this. There we go. And at some point I'll need to put in a console. I haven't built a console because that was the... Oh, yes, I have. There it is. Build me one. I haven't built any of those. I've run out of big electric motors. Okay. Let's see where electric motors are on the shopping list and I'll order a lot more of them. So it's that one. Oh, I'm ordering 1,000 already. Apparently that's not enough though, so let's say 4,000. I think it's all of the buildings that I'm making up with all of these machines that are taking up all of those big electric motors that I've been bringing up here. Okay, why did I come over? Oh yes, I came over to get more of the scaffolding. Do I have some? Yes, I've got some supercomputers, which I'm going to need to make the actual science packs. Other than that, there's just the one left that uses the goo, and I think that was being made in something fairly simple. Bio. It's this one, and that's being made. That's being made in a biochem facility. Okay, let's go and get that done. I might be able to do bio too as well without too much difficulty, and that's something sort of to continue with while I'm messing around over here. Right, so I needed every time I change what I'm playing with, I need to change the size of my floor put downing thing. Yes, floor put downing thing. I English good me. Where is it? Where are the biochem facilities? I know they're in here somewhere. There they are. So I want you to make them. So you need chemical gel on the input and masses of other stuff. So we're going to need to have 2 belts in. Oh, very light. Oh, that construction pylon. That's a good question actually. Let's have a look. So it needs tier 2 of all of them except bio. And we've got tier 2, 1, 2, 3. So we've got all of those. It also needs rocket and some of the Norvian. I don't know why science has stopped actually. So we've got tier 2 of that one, and that one, and that one. They're all being merrily passed through. These aren't flowing. This is jammed. This outer row is jammed, and that's not supposed to happen. This is supposed to be jam proof, but apparently we've managed to build some better jam that's caused it to have problems. Oh, that's why. Right, yes. Okay. So what's happened here is that I didn't come in and reprogram whichever one of these it is that's supposed to bring the science pack 3s back out. Let's go and fix that, because that's an easy fix. So the problem is I've built up this entire science majigger system to just work with all of the sciences. However, when you haven't actually invented a type of science yet, you can't you can't program a splitter to deal with it. So this belt here, if we go up here, this one at the top is set up as a fairly arbitrary thing. I need to set this to be AstroPack 3 and then slurp all of these out of here. And then, as if by magic, everything's working again, because now these are getting filtered out. These will get filtered out in the correct place. Let's get rid of those packs, which was those ones. There we go. And now they'll go back they'll flow back in around here. They'll end up getting poured down here and go back into circulation. Down here, sorry, and back into circulation. But yeah, so that's that should have got everything. Yes, everything's flowing again nicely. So I need to remember each time I make a new science pack, I need to come along here and program the appropriate splitter across the top in order to get it through. That's a good idea, actually. Let's do that. If I've got the parts to make a noisy thing. Yes, I have. Excellent. I'll need to move that later, but not until I've got deep space science. At that point, that's going to be long enough off that I don't care. Global playback, show alert. Actually, don't global playback, show alert. What's a particularly sciencey looking thing? Let's just pick one of these, like that one. alert settings. Yeah. Sushi crisis. Signal value is pitch. So I want, okay, so I want if anything is greater than 0, then sound an alarm. And let's check that by taking, I don't know, a piece of iron and dropping it on here. No, because that's not working. This is why I check things. And if I fly away from it, it gets quieter because I haven't put global playback on. My alert isn't appearing. Why is my alert not appearing? Show icon on map, alert crisis. Alert, so she... Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, okay, that seems to be working. Right. Good plan, thank you. Oh, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. The alert, you can only have one alert showing time. And now construction pylon has finished that really, really quickly, so that's quite nice. Right, where was I? Oh, yes. So, what do we have here? We need biomass, we need vitamelange spice, just spice, that's the easy one, and blank data cards. So that's this one. Like so. Then we wanted the spice. The spice must flow. Specifically, it must flow here. All the way down here. I can hear football supporter noises out of the window. It's almost as if there's something happening this evening. Like that, and let's pass these underneath because that's what they're there for. And then the memory cards come in this row from there. Like that. And then, of course, we need the insertatrons like so and so. And we need to bring in some orange juice. Cry. How can I do this better? Or at least different. Is that better? That's no better. It's not going to help at all. The spaghetti is too much. I could bring it out up here. I suppose that's probably going to be the easiest way. Oh. Why is everything difficult? Why is everything too crowded? Actually, is more of the point. Do it here. There we go. Right, and I need to tidy this up a little bit. And put in the underneathies there, because that's how that's going to work eventually. Dump all that stuff in there. Right, this should be everything you need. Why is... What, oh, that's why. There we go. I mean, that's probably a good thing. It'd just been more rubbish for me to pick up otherwise if I hadn't done that. Another question is, why has the have the biosamples stopped coming through? What are you short of? Oh, you're not short of anything, you're just slow. Okay, let's put in some more of these while I'm up here and going, why aren't you working? Because I've got another 2 of these machines. No. Yes? I think. No, they don't. Well, I don't know whether that matters or not. I'm going to play it safe. Okay. Do that, that, and that. Fill those up. Pass that across there. I should have just copy pasted. No, I'm going to set this up manually because it's complicated and there's room for error, and I don't want to error. So that goes across there and across there and like that, and like I suppose might as well go there. Then this goes like that, and we empty out like this. Okay, I think that's all correct. They're running anyway, which is a good sign. I think I've got the outputs linked up correctly, so that looks okay. Right. And there's more of these green pots coming in here, which seems to be enough to keep up. He says as this one swallows all of the ones that went past. So, no, I think it's yeah, it's okay. Those are all going past. Okay, so that has obviously tripled the speed that that's running at. So now down here, what are we waiting for down here? We're waiting for those biosamples to come down, and we're waiting for. Why is that not being loaded in? Oh, right, because it's finished, but it hasn't output anything because I haven't let it. So this is going to be a lot like the machines up the top. So what's this going to be spitting out? Okay, there's no junk data cards coming out this time, which makes things a little ever so slightly easier from that point of view. Put these 2 onto the same belt. Right, that is all 4. Well, it will be as soon as I finish wiring this up. All 4 of my data types. That's good. Things are going well. We need to also get rid of all of this gunge that's been created by the system. By passing it all over here somewhere. Which gunge is this that I'm pulling out at the moment? This is the green one, the biosludge. So you... that one. And then this one as well comes out like this. Right. That seems to be done. Now I need to take all of these and turn them into actual, real honest-to-God science. So that's going to need a little bit more space, like that. And some supercomputers, or at least some fairly good computers. I think I usually use 2 for the first tier of a science, don't I? Yes, 2 of them to make the catalogues. So I can make... No. Not that. Make the green catalogues. There we go. Tier 1 catalogues. And we need some coolant for this, not surprisingly. So what I'm going to do is bring the 2 belts across here. Like that. Now, do I need... Yes, I need the genetic... Oh. Huh. Looking at this, so with a little bit of forward planning, I note that I need the genetic and the whatever that one is, the little white tree thing, for this one on the next tier. Oh, but I also need this one down here as well. So it's all of them except fire. So actually, there's no point in worrying about which ones are on which belt. It would be slightly more convenient if the genetic and the little white tree were on the same belt, but I don't think it actually matters because we're going to need all of them three out of the four of them anyway. So let's not worry about that. What I will worry about however, is coolant, because I'm going to need some of that. So this is the which one are we looking at here? We're looking at cold and spitting out hot. Now I think probably hot is on this side and cold is 2 across from it. So I'm just going to run up there dropping 15s out of map view, right, from here. Do it by jetpack, it's quicker. Hopefully I should just be able to run straight up here because of the whole sort of convenient bus system that I've been making the whole time. I can just fly straight up and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put in a 5 and a 1. I don't know why there's that hanging on the end of there. Then I can go back down again with this one and overshoot completely. And this will come in here with a couple of pipes of that. Is that 7? No, it's 6. All right, there we go. So that's the coolant in there. Did I? Yeah. Oh, okay. Make sure this is set up properly. So that and that and the underground to link them together, like so. Oh, right. Oh, thank you, diagram. Yes, gone. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. There's a few things you can't see past. The worst one, I think, actually, is not the supercomputers. It's you can't even see them. But it's the massive satellite dishes like this one. It was the red one that was annoying me specifically, but the orange ones are actually then I can see a bit behind that. Yeah, they was annoying me last time a bit, but yeah, having lower supercomputers would make things a little bit easier to see what was going on. However, I'm a bit loath to upgrade after what happened last time when I had when I ended up having to redesign every single anything that used electric motors basically. That was a bit annoying. Pretty sure that's not the correct spacing, but never mind. Is it? You might be right. Let's have a look. I've got particle accelerators up here, I think. Oh, these ones. Yeah, and it does completely cover the row behind it, so I can't. Although on the plus side, you can see through it. There's a bit of a gap there, but then who zooms in this far? Yeah, I can see how that's quite. I can see that's pretty bad. Yay, catalogs. Do they spit out anything else? No, just catalogs and thermofluid, of course. Yay! Right. After all of that, I've now got some catalogs. So let's put in a catalog pickup station. What the pickup station is doesn't actually matter. Pickup stations are all the same, really. Let's try and find one that isn't covered in nonsense. That's a scrap pickup. Okay, everything else is the same. That one will do. Let's put it in a little bit higher up, because then I can finish a sentence for once. Then there's room for the next drop-off station for anything I need for the next tier of science. Although I think I decided there wasn't really very much of it. What was it? It was all I needed to drop off was sulfuric acid and no, that might be it. Sulfuric acid. Okay. Oh well, I've built it up here now. It'll have to do. I do need to reprogram these. You are to get biological catalog 1. There we go. I'm going to run this up one of my gap areas, so here, just mostly because I'm lazy and it's not going very far. There we nearly go. There we go. Right. Success. I'm making biological science. Now there aren't a lot of these slippery bio datas coming through, so presumably that means either there's a problem with this machine or it's just not very quick. And I think I'm leaning towards the "it's not very quick" answer to that. It produces 1 each time it runs, and it takes 10 seconds to run. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Whereas this one produces 75% chance every time it runs. It takes 20 seconds. What? Oh, it's a faster machine. Must be a faster machine. Oh yeah, so 5 seconds to run and 75% chance. So it produces them a bit quicker. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at the readmes and the guides and things and see if I can, yeah, have a think about whether I want to upgrade. But look, it's working! Hurrah! So the next thing is, as I say, going to be to pull off from here and go off and start making Bio 2. I'm going to go to the loo before I do that, so I shall be back momentarily. Right, back again. So let's see. So we've got the Bio 1 coming through. So let's have a look at Bio 2 next, because that's going to be the next thing on the obvious next thing to do. So the first thing is going to be to make these purple pot things. So for that, I'm going to need to start making these the Vitamelange extract, I think it's called, and then bring pink pots down. I think that was a thing I had it set up so that I could do, and then make the purple samples. And I'm going to need to bring in acid and make vitalic acid. Then I've basically got everything, and it's just a case of pumping it into the right machines and pumping it through. So let's have a look at this bit first. That seems like a sensible place to start. And as someone, I think it was Tristan, said, the difficulty with bio is getting the right type of biosamples to start with, and then just going from there. So. Right, so
Okay, first thing is get the other type of vitamelange, and I'm virtually certain that's done in a construction in assembly machines. So we'll have some of them, and I want to make. Maybe it's not done in these. Vitamelange extract. No, it's done in chemical plants. Okay, forget that then. Those are a thing I also have. There we go. Put it in there. You make that. It is just, yeah, just straight in one to the other. Why are there no splitters? There's a splitter. No. How's this got turned around? It hasn't. That's weird. In, out. Easy. I'm going to need this in various places as well. So we're going to have a couple of belts of data things coming down here. So I'll put these in here. Run out of that again. And now I'm ready to start making purple pots. And I can't remember what those are called. So let's see if I can find it through here. Experimental bioculture. What? Does that need... Are there more recipes for that? Nutrient vat. This is different from what I've got on the diagram. Have I got confused here somewhere? So right, so this one here, purple goo, needs nutrient vat, fine. Vitamelange extract, fine. Biosludge, fine. But also experimental genetic data, which is this one. Oh, no, I have put the arrow in for that. I just didn't see it because it's not very obvious because it's going in the other side. Okay, so I need to do this before I can do this. All right, that's not too bad. So that's made in a Christmas tree. I've run out of Christmas trees. I have also run out of scaffolding, so it's about time I went back to base anyway. Oh, Christmas trees. Oh, Christmas trees. I've got them in there already. I just don't have any more of them. Guess I'll have to make Christmas trees. Oh, hey, SDMX. Thank you. Yes, I try to be organised. Sometimes I manage. Yeah. I also, if you sent that ages ago, sorry, I'm not very good at noticing Twitch chat. It's a little bit hidden. I hope you're still there. Yeah, I try to be at least reasonably organised, and as far as I can tell, I seem to be the only person doing a space exploration playthrough on YouTube these days. I'm not sure whether there's other people on Twitch still playing it or not, but I think I might be the only person who's got an actual video series of it to go with their streams. Right, you are to make the Christmas tree things. That's them. Oh, another thing that requires big electric motors. Oh, and nutrient vats. Oh, I'm going to go and get some of them. Grumble, 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 grumble. Copy, paste. Right. I think it's probably time to just tell the rocket to launch and say I don't care. Yeah, please do check out one. While I'm looking at this rocket, how full's my rocket? My rocket is, I mean, that's full enough that I don't feel bad about launching it, but I'll let it finish loading up a little bit more of this stuff. I shall find and I shall also find you a link to my channel because I'm helpful like that, and I'm desperate for people to watch. No, I'm enthusiastic for people to watch. But let's phrase it that way because it sounds a bit less desperate. um, where is it? Space exploration. Watch on YouTube. Copy. There. There we go. Yeah, there's the YouTube. Yeah, please do check it out. I'm always interested in having new subscribers. See how many I can get. See how many I can get. 1,000 is my current goal, and I'm about a quarter of the way there. So it's a bit of a push required. I mean, these are still trickling in, but then they're coming in as fast as they're being made at the moment. So I don't know whether I want to. I don't know whether I want to wait for this or just launch the damn thing. How short? How low is it? 2,300. Okay, I've been ripping through the space scaffolding much faster than I've been making it. I don't think that's a problem as such, because this does tend to catch up whenever I go off and do something else. So the fact that there's a bit of a shortage of it now is okay. Let's have a look at my rocket. My spaceship, sorry. It's looking a little bit sad at the moment. Let's pick up some more of this stuff and see what else I can do see if I can do something else with my spaceship design. What if I gave it wings? That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? What if I could actually draw a straight line with a... No, that's the sort of shape I'm going for. It's not a straight line, I know, before anyone points that out, but it's a sort of a down 2 across 1, down 2 across 1. And I'm assuming that shortly after I start, trying to use this spaceship, gone wrong somewhere. How is this difficult? Oh, I've started too high on this side. Alright, it's kind of a spaceship. I don't think I've built a... No, I won't have built the rocket motor yet. Because I still haven't got those electric motors I've been waiting for ages. And that was another reason I wanted to launch the rocket up here to bring me the supplies I needed. So that needs... Oh, there's some of these over here already. Excellent. Let's go and see if I can steal some big electric motors from up here somewhere, because there's lots of things that require them. So I can't help feeling there's bound to be one of these, like this one, that's got 200 in it, that it probably doesn't really need, if I'm being honest. So let's shove those in here where I think there's a much higher need. I should just put them straight in this machine. Okay, and this will make me some Christmas trees, and I can then put down a red chest like that. Bring some of those over there. Are there any red chests? Yes, there's one. Limit my Christmas trees to 1 stack. Now, once I've got a couple of these, I'll flip back over again and start building. How many have I got so far? 3. Okay, that'll do. It's enough that I can put down. Ooh. Oh, it's Myokin. I don't care about Myokin. Myokin can just get destroyed as much as it wants. Let's have a look at it though. I mean, I said I don't care, but I'm sort of vaguely curious as to what got blown up this time. Okay, it was a load of solar stuff down here, but this is the planet, the vulcanite planet that I'm just not using. I set up a small base on here and I've just abandoned it completely because it was a pain to keep it running, and I've got another one that's granted a lot further away, but seems to be works much better. Now, having just been reminded of Ganymede, let's have a quick look and see how that's going, because I noticed I'm getting some complaints about being short of vulcanite. So let's see so let's have a look, see if I've actually launched this rocket yet. I presumably haven't, or things would be working much better. Rocket. I can't click on it because I'm not in satellite mode. Right, how are you doing? 456,000 out of 463. Why is this still struggling? I've run out of coal again. I'm getting through so much coal. It's just not even working. I've got 9,800 light oil in here, but am I not pumping it out of here or something? Is there a... No, this is plentiful, or at least plentiful. There's a gap in the pipe. What? How have I... words. How have I screwed that one up? Oh, no. Oh, I assume I must have expanded a railway line or something, had to move some pipes around, and just not checked it out properly, and I broke it. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, it must have been up here when I put in the extra line for the what do we call it? No. For the fly shippy, no, satellite, the satellite data thing. There we go. Now this is running again. Now this will start to actually fill up, hopefully. Oh, that's interesting. I was not aware of that. Let's have a look. Crude oil. Experimental biomass. That seems a bit steep. Produces 100, but still. Core fragments, crude oil barrel, crude oil. I'm not sure that's better, to be honest. And there might be sort of enough, and the cosmic water just goes round and round, so that's not a thing, not a worry. The fact that it uses up experimental biomasses, which I'm not really making at the moment, yeah, I think I'll pass on that for now. But it's worth thinking about. Once I've had a look at the experimental biomasses a little bit more and got those running, we might find that actually they're quite easy to make, and maybe even make it en masse, and I can start thinking about making oil out of them. That's what, yeah. So definitely worth knowing. Thank you. Right, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh yes, I was growing Christmas trees. Um, Christmas tree. There it is. So you are to make the experimental genetics, and that requires genetic and the whitish one from up here. So genetic is this one. The whitish one is obviously this one because it's whitish. So what I'm going to do here, I'll split it off from here because I haven't left room in here to put in the necessary splitters. Well, I suppose I could do that and then filter it off at all the way down here, but that's going to build up quite a lot of those things in the middle. And whilst I don't normally care about that's about having things take whilst I don't normally care about having a bit of a stuff on a belt, it feels a bit wasteful at this particular point when I don't actually have enough of some of these things. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, and then from here we're going to take off the genetic data because this is the place where it is needed. Do that, 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 and then this one we can just bring the fiery one down. Is the fiery one the other ones I need, isn't it? No, it's the white tree and genetics, and then it's the squash. It's this. It is this. Oh, phooey. This is all wrong. Start again. So what I actually want to do is put a splitter in here, like that, because we are taking both of these. Then put another splitter in here, taking off the ones that look like a white tree, the biochemical data to the other side. Yep, like that. And then we're taking off genetic here. So put genetic to the right, to the left. Mix these two, like that. Fine, I'll put that on there because the positionings of things. And let's put all of these ones that I picked up into there to get rid of them. Right. So all it takes in on the is those two. So let's put this back up here. Actually, save a little bit of space because it's not quite as free as we'd like it to be. That's a dumb place to put it. Because I'm going to need to do that and that. This is the only place I need those, isn't it? Yes, it's just to make. It's just for making these. I don't need to feed them elsewhere. Thank you. Oops. Like that. I want you to make the experimental genetics, like so. And then we need to combine those. Bring the diagram back up again for a moment. Those go in with everything else in order to make the purple. What? Have I put that arrow in the wrong place? I think I have. Yes, I've got the arrow in the wrong place on the diagram. That arrow that goes across there should actually go all the way across to there because it's the purple pots you need the experimental genetic data for, not the no sorry, it's the experimental bioculture you need the experimental genetic data for, not the experimental biomass. So I put the arrow in the wrong place. Oops. I shall try and remember to fix that. No wonder I was confused. Yes, that is my excuse. I shall attempt to stick to it. Right, so we'll put that splitter there. These can then just disappear. What? Off over here somewhere, and be put on. Where is it? This is an outer belt, so we'll put things there like that. You know what? Let's just do that. And here, we also need to bring this in. So we've got so that's that one, and then this that's being brought in, and then we're then going to have the two fluids as well. So those are going to be the fun ones to get in there. It's a weird thing. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. When I click on something outside the window in order to play around with the diagrams and stuff, sometimes when I try and the next bit of input from the keyboard goes to the game, and then after that I can't get back to the game again. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure what causes that. Right, so how do I make these things? I make them in in a Christmas tree again. I'm glad I brought in more than one of those. This is going to be difficult with fluids, I can tell. So I'm going to put this right down here. And you are going to make experimental biocultures. So the first belt has got those two on. I'm going to put that on as the near belt because it's actually, let's check. I need one of everything. So actually it doesn't. Yeah, I'll put this on the near side, but it probably doesn't matter. There's no large numbers involved here. So that goes there and that next to it. And then we have fluid handling here, and we're going to need some more biosludge because of course we are. So where's my pipe of biosludge? Is this? No, that's lube. Where is? Oh, there it is, right up there. Okay. Biosludge is, yeah, it's one of those things that gets used early on to make all of the basic genetic things, and then you can sort of forget about it for a while until you start trying to make the next level of genetic data. So we'll roll this all the way down here. Like so. And then we're going to try and bring it across here. Now, this has got a little bit out of hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that'll go about there. 7? Yeah. Gloop. And I'm going to need another one of these as well to provide power. Drop that in there. Are you happy? And you're not happy. Why are you not happy? You haven't got your pink pots of goo. Pink pots of goo. I'm sure I put them on the bus somewhere where I was making them. Here we go. Yes, this column here. La 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 la. Oh good, it's all automatic. And then we get to the end of the world. So those need to come across here. There, yes, that looks right. There. Oops. And that one. Feed them through here. Pick up the experimental genetics data and shove it in there just to get it running and make sure everything works. Good. And we have, okay, we have two outputs. We have the actual bioculture we want, and we have junk data cards. Okay, junk data cards. That's probably this one. Yes, it is. Oh, I didn't put it all the way up. There we go. And to think, one of the reasons I redesigned the science was because I had excessively long belts all over the place, and I thought I don't want to have so much stuff locked up on all these really long belts, and now I've got things like this. It's a bit crazy, but just imagine what it would be like if I was trying to do all four of them on the same same bus. That'd be ridiculous. I don't think it. I think I'd really struggle because unless I did all of the all of one thing first, all of the biological first, for example, then it'd be really difficult to squeeze them all in together sensibly. Where are my pots of purple goo? Oh, here they are. Purple goo. Excellent. Plump. Right. Goo is up. Goo is back on the menu, boys, as they say. Why have I run out of genetics data? Probably run out of memory cards. I don't actually care right now. I will soon, but right now I don't care. So now I need to combine that purple goo with the nutrient gel in order to make the next type of biological sample. Okay. And what do we do that in? Let's find out. Make those in thermodynamic. No, make them. This one. This one. Growth facility. Okay, that makes sense. I probably should have guessed. Do I have any of those left? No, I put them all down. Let's nick one from up here just for sort of the sake of getting things working. And I'm going to need more scaffolding because they're big. Growfac. Yeah, actually they're not quite as big as I was implying with the amount of scaffolding I put down. Alright, make that. So you need these pots coming in. Like so. And you will need the pinks. That's not a pipe. You will need pink sludge. Let's go and find the pink sludge. Nope, that's not the right pink sludge. Sludge. Where is it? Okay, it's coming out here. It should be coming down this pipe, but it isn't because it isn't making any. It's not making any because it's run out of cosmic water. Or is it fallen out? Run out of cosmic water? How have we run out of cosmic water? Because there's a lube train stuck there. Okay. This is probably why I've run out of absolutely everything. I don't know what to do about that lube train. There's still 18,000 lubes in it. I guess the answer is probably going. Yep, the answer is probably going to be to get in the lube train, go to the lube station, empty the lube train manually, and then fly back over here. Because I know what caused it to be there in the first place, and I've fixed the problem. I've just got 10,000 units of lube that I don't know what to do with. Can I come in? Little station, let me come in. And I want to rotate that and hope there isn't enough room in these tanks. Oh, alright, I'll do it the easy and dirty way. There we go, that's empty. So now, let's get it out of the station. Turn the pump back round again. Go back over there, in fact. Just drop me off so I don't have to fly over myself. And then I can leave the train to go back on it, get on with its own business again. And things should be sorted. There's something annoying about having to clear up after the mess you made in this game. It's just, guess I know I screwed up. Stop rubbing it in and causing extra problems down the line with it. There we go. That train can now clear off back to the depot again. Ah yes, pink goo. That's why I came up here in the first place. And that's this pipe. Which goes down like this. And then has problems. Boom. Goes under there. And then we come down here. Is that another 15? No, it's about 14, typical. Which is 9 and 5. I can maths good me. And link it across there. Right, that's now running. We've got all of the outputs in the world from the... Oh, that's slightly unhelpful. This produces normal biomass as well. So I'm going to need to shove that back into the system somewhere. Where are we using? We use biomass all over the place, and we're not producing it quickly enough. So this probably isn't entirely a bad thing, but it is another thing that has to be dealt with and processed away and stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in a splitter like that. We're going to take away the... Actually, let's put it in a square further back. Going to take away the normal, the tier 1 biomass. And we're going to use a system of belts and pulleys and magic. Take it all the way over here. Have another disposal belt here that's going to run all the way back up the top. And then we're going to use that and we're going to then put it back in right at the top and prioritize it over the stuff that's coming out of the growth facilities at the top. With any luck, we'll find out that... no, I can't put that there. Put it there. With any luck, we'll find out that that this produces more than is needed anyway. I can just have lots of machines across here pumping out loads of both of the biomasses essentially, and it'll work nicely doing that. But we shall see. Is this far enough? Yes, this is where we're growing it. So I need to bring it in over here and... Okay. stop. So if I bring it in straight across here, yeah, that's probably the best place to do it, I think. What is going... Oh, this is a place where it's all broken and ugly and... Alright, let's bring it in a bit further down, where it's not... where the gaps are all correct. Like... Yeah, this will do. Actually, no, let's do it a little bit higher up so it looks less messy. Bring it in like that. We need a little bit more scaffold to loop the belt round, like this. This is yet another side product I hadn't realised I was going to need to deal with. Oh, which side of the belt is it on? Let's do that so that it's on the correct side. And put that in there and prioritise. No, left. Like that. I've also got all of these that I don't know that I just want to get rid of. Put them in here. And all of these can go on the input side. Right. Okay, that's getting rid of the byproducts. So that's good. We now got the gunge to get rid of as well. These gunges. It's just so many massive long pipes carrying all these biological fluids and things around. I guess that's the challenge for this particular tier of science. Three? Probably three. Yeah. And then we have the contaminated cosmic water coming out as well. And there isn't room for that to come through. Oh, bloody hell. Fine, I'll do... What? Oh, that's worse than I thought. Never mind. Pipe it around like that, and that's at least a 9, so I can shove one of those in there. And then like that. Okay. That's all of this dealt with. Oh no, I need another pipe through the middle of there, like that. Are you happy? You are happy. You're running. Your outputs have mostly been got rid of. We've just got a build up of these, so that's good. Okay, why was I doing that in the first place? Yes. So we've got the experimental biomasses now, and that means we can now start making all of these things. We can do combustion. We're already doing that one. We can do whatever that is. We'll need to make the vitalic acid for that, and we can do that one easily enough. Okay, let's get the vitalic acid made, I think, actually, because I think having all of the things available is probably going to be useful. So that means I'm going to need to bring in sulfuric acid. Great. I'm also going to need these. I shouldn't have... Going to need these down here somewhere, eventually. I'm going to need this stuff as well. Okay, that's that one. I need glass and I need sulfuric acid. So let's get the glass. No, let's make the sulfuric acid station first, because that's going to be slightly more complicated. Now, I wonder actually, I know I've got a fluid station in my paste buffer somewhere. That one. I mean, it's a many fluid station rather than just the single one, but in fact, if I put that No, actually, no. Let's put it down here because there's so much stuff that's going to need to be done before I even think about making the science packs. There's going to be plenty of room for everything down there. Do it again. Okay, there's the. All right, good. There's nothing connected. Yeah, okay, so that's okay. I do need another one of them. There we go. And I need you to not ask for any of those. I need you to ask for sulfuric acid, which is that one. Then I want one of these to unload the sulfuric acid, like that. Then I need to decide where I want to stick it. I guess on the edge here is probably going to be the obvious place. The next one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so there's just room here for one more thing, and it can be the sulfuric acid. That's a 3, not a 5. That's a 7. All right, let's use a 7. It'll fit. Right. This bus is getting wider and wider with no end in sight. It's a bit silly. Thank you. Sorry. I should. Yeah. I need to get better at that. About there. And I've run out of scaffolding again. Oh yes, I was waiting for the rocket I was waiting for it to make more scaffolding before I launched the rocket that was going to bring me more scaffolding. Because I'm getting through it at such a rate. It's a bit ridiculous. Although that said, the rocket might almost be full by now. The amount of stuff I've been using up. Although the rate it seems to be building scaffolding up, maybe that's a bit optimistic. Let's have a look while we're over here. Norvis. And the rocket. Yeah, the scaffolding is still flowing into it. It's still not full. It's still not being made quickly enough for my liking. I don't have any beacons at all up here. This is probably going to be something I can't productivity beacon, so it's not going to be so useful to beacon it. But actually, no, it's being made faster than it's making through. Let's upgrade this belt. That comes through to must come through to it comes through to there, and then we've got a red belt all the way around here. Okay. I mean it won't double the rate it comes through at, but it will certainly help a bit. It's interesting, even though it hasn't updated these belts, that seems to have unclogged it. Maybe it was just a very sort of temporary clog from the way the machines happened to have unloaded. I don't know. No. Right. So I've got an inventory full of this again. I still have plenty of it up here. It seems I've just ordered so much, got so much of it on order, and that's I think a good thing because the rate I get through it at, I need to have a decent sized buffer up here in space. Otherwise, every time I try to build out a new section of base, I get frustrated and have to spend ages waiting for a rocket to come up and bring me a load more scaffolding. So I think having a massive buffer is very, very useful. More bunk, bunk. Okay, how do I make vitalic, or rather, what do I make vitalic acid in? Own an assembly machine, but it's glass, vitamelange extract, and sulfuric acid. That's simple enough. Assembly machine. It's got to the point where I'm pleasantly surprised whenever I discover something is just made in an assembly machine rather than some weird exotic machine that I've just not got any of. Where is my glass belt? Here is my glass belt. all the way down here. You to there. Okay, so it's that, these things, and the acid. So if I bring... Oh, I need to bring the acid across there. I'm going to... Okay. Bring the glass across here. Do that. There we go, that'll have to do. Oh, this is ugly. I'll split this off here, because I know I'm going to need more of that later. Pass that across there. That's those two, and then we're going to need the sulfuric acid, but that's okay. I've left room. I've deliberately actually left room for that for once. There we go. Oh, I could have brought them in the acid in on the bottom. I always forget that you can do that. Oh wait, no, this isn't going to work. I could have shifted all this down one square, because I'm going to have to do this on the bottom anyway, because I'm going to need to go underneath the belt like this, because these machines are too small to have an inserter next to them, and a full undergrounding of the pipes. So I'll just do that, and then an output belt and an input pipe. Pipe. What am I even doing? So there's meant to be a pipe here. There's no point in doing that. I'll just make the next thing go under it. Right, that to there. All the way over to here. Is that 15? Yeah, yes. Bloop, bloop. Oh yeah, actually having the railway so the trains can make it in here would be kind of useful. Actually, having some railway would be kind of useful. Oh, if only I'd checked that before, I could have got some when I went back last time. Oh well, never mind. Right, this is getting a bit tight, and I'm losing track of what's where. So I think I need to bring some of these belts down. So that's one of the datas I need. In fact, it's the only one I've made so far. This is something that's going to be needed much, much later on. So but I am going to need to bring it through. Those I don't need. These I definitely need for basically all of the science at this point. There's nothing here though, I don't think, so I can bring that through there. Yeah, that looks okay. But I need those inserters, and oh yeah, I need the glass to come in as well. Let's do this properly. Bring it in from over this side. Feed that through. Right, okay, that's everything except the acid, which I'm going to deal with in a bit. Okay, so I need to flame the new types of biosamples. Let's go and see if I've actually left the plasma in a place where I can bring it comfortably down sensibly. Yes, I brought it all the way over here. Okay. That's surprisingly sensible. Bring this all the way down here. Most of the way down here. That felt wasteful, but never mind. Okay, so that's my plasma. I need a thermodynamics facility, I think. If not, I'll find out in a moment. Put that there. That's probably a decent amount of space. Science-wise, okay, so I'm trying to make this one biocombustion resistance data. So biocombustion resistance. So does that mean they're taking they're taking the biomasses and then they're trying to evolve them and seeing if they're better at resisting the fire? I don't know. I'm going to assume that's what's going on here because it seems sort of logical. So let's split that there. and then underground it to get it out of the way. So that's going to be the memory cards coming in here, which is another thing I've not brought down because I haven't needed them for ages. But I think it's probably sensible to only bring the belts down when they're actually required, rather than bringing them down, rather than having the entire bus down here, because that would be just, again, a bit of a waste of resources. And whilst having the amount of stuff that tends to sit on a bus is insignificant compared to the power of the Force, no, compared to the amount of stuff you actually get through doing science, I might as well try and be at least a little bit efficient. Oh, look, I've run out of memory cards again. Joy. That. And then we have pipes. It seems a little bit weird that you can just chuck hot plasma down a pipe. I mean, I know they're space pipes and therefore they're slightly more exotic and better made maybe than a normal just simple iron pipe, but it still feels a bit strange that you can happily send, not only can you send plasma down one of these pipes, you can send a particle stream down them as well. It's a little bit silly. Okay, on the other side of this, we produce the bio. Okay, so we've got some experimental biomasses coming back out again. Let's. There's going to be enough of them being used, I hope. I mean, think that if I pull them out here like this, and then put them in here, and say prioritize from the left, hopefully that's going to be okay. I'm cautiously optimistic. Then we've got a type of science coming through, and I'm going to try and get that onto this belt over here because that's got a science on it as well. Like that. So there we go. We'll have a belt with 2 sciences on, which is my usual objective in these sort of things. Nope, can't go there. Have to go there. Because this is a sludge output. Which means I need to bring down my sludge pipe like this. And this. Whatever pipe length I need, I never have enough of them in my inventory. Actually, never is a bit too strong a word. I do most of the time. There we go. Get rid of this gloop that way. This is now running. Excellent. Boop. And out comes the stuff. Good. Right. This looks like it's sort of behaving as it should. And here you can have all of those because I want to get rid of them. Right. Good. Next one. So that's the that's combustion. So that's that one. I've done this one already, so it's now that one. I don't even know what that is, but presumably it's going to be a slightly modified version of one of the previous ones. It was this one, biochemical resistance data. This is the one that required the acid. So I'm not sure why I did that one first. Never mind. Okay, so we feed in acid, experimental data into a biochem facility. Okay, that's easy. I've got loads of those. And chemical gel. Doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, I think you were right ages ago, Tristan, when you said that the challenge of the bios is getting the initial correct type of samples for the tier you're doing. And once you've done that, the rest of it isn't actually too bad. I assume I'm going to need vitalic acid later as well. I am, yes. So we want to split that off. Let's do this backwards. So I have a belt coming in here that has things on it. We have another belt coming in here that has memory cards on it. So we want to put a splitter in here, feed that across like that. Yeah, so that's my vitalic acid. And then we also want to have, what was the other one I said? Oh yeah, these things. Oh, in that case, let's just do that. Oh, with the belts going the correct way. There we go. But not that. There, yeah, that's right. And we can then hop that through there to feed the samples off elsewhere. Just save on stuff a little bit. Do that to get the memory cards in. Memory cards come from here. Oh, okay. And I see the sense in that. But also I don't have. I'm assuming I can't actually make the blue samples. Although I suppose I could bake everything for the first two. Yes, that's certainly doable. But I think I did that with one of the other ones. There's one of the sciences I've got. Is it this one? No, this one. Yeah, here we go. So with Astro, I basically made all of the I did all of the telescopy stuff for the first two tiers, and then I've got the computers for the first two tiers right next to each other here. So yeah, I did it there, but I haven't done over here. You are to make science. You are to make that science. You have to rotate that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not planning that far ahead. I can see the advantage of it because it means you've got all of the sort of the interconnectedness and it's spitting out, so you don't have to worry about passing nutrient gel all the way down the bus, for example. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It would be a little bit neater, but oh well, c'est la vie. Okay, orange is not that orange. That's orange clouds. I need orange juice. Here it is. And with perfect foresight, I could probably have put in some of the stations for some of these things a bit further down if they weren't actually required for all of the earlier products. But I don't have that much foresight, not by a long shot. It's one square too long, as frequently. I mean, I know it's confirmation bias. I go, oh no, it's done it again. It's exactly that. It's exactly the wrong length. But I only notice when it is actually the wrong length, because yeah, that's what confirmation bias is. But still, it feels like it keeps happening that it's exactly the wrong length for what I've got set up. Okay, yeah, that I see the sense in that. Vitalic. So it's not working. It's not got Vitalic. It's got everything else though, so that's all right. The output, it spits out bloody everything. So we've got. I don't want to carry on passing the excess ones just down, down and down and down, because that is going to end in tears someday. I can't make long-handled filter inserters, so I can't pass them out to the top. I could push it up here, but then I won't be able to do anything once I got to here. Could come up here, and then I get stuck again. I can move this whole thing across a little bit. That's probably my best bet. I'll put it onto the bottom, which goes to the top. Okay, let's move this across a few, like that. Actually, that's excessive. Let's move it across a few like that. Now I can put my exerters here, have it pull out the them to the right, run them up. Oh, actually, it needs to be here, so there's room for a splitter. Put a splitter in there, and priority from the right. Okay, there we go. And they'll be passed out onto the bottom side, so they'll be on the bottom, on the left, and on the top, so they will go in by preference that way. Okay, what else are we passing out here? We've also got junk data cards, and then finally the science that we actually want. So we'll also need to take out the junk data cards to the right, and then pass them out across here. Systems get more and more clutched together. Is it this one? Are you... What? Oh, no, that's returning the other things. That's returning the biomasses. The junk data cards are not being produced anywhere lower than here. This one. Okay. Plonk. There. Oh, fail. Right, that's my junk data cards dealt with, and so this one is the actual good science packs. So we'll bring them over here and put them on a second belt down here. So this is getting the science a little bit out of the way. So it's yeah, keeping things tidy and organised and stuff. Right, one more to do, and that's the one that just takes in lube and presumably is going to be done in a oh, is it this one? Yeah, that one. It's presumably going to be in, yeah, one of those things. I thought so. So experimental biomass in, experimental biomass out. Oh, I need biomech data in. I think I did know about that. I think I saved it up here somewhere. Yes, it's this one. Which has gone onto the other side of this belt. Let's lean into that. And do that, and just put it on this belt. Oh, no, that's bad. No, that's wrong. You want to just pass... What is it? Where is it? It's in the process vitamelange. Okay, there's the unprocessed. There it is. To that side? No, the other side. Okay, now pick those up. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So it'll split the vitamelange stuff both ways and block the data from going down this way. Right. Oh, and it's the same here as well. Oh, bloody hell. That only. Maybe this was a silly idea, putting it on this belt as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was a silly idea. Especially as now this is a... oh, spaghetti, why do you spaghetti me? I know, it's my own fault, really. Mechanical facility. There we go. It's got to the point where a mechanical facility actually feels quite small now because these things, there's so many other things that are so much bigger than it. Right, producing that one. So... saving. Saved. Right, we need that and that and that and that, and that is to be only the... No, we don't. We just need one splitter. Because this is where we want to actually divide the science off and not have it going further down. So we take off the, which one is it? It's that one to the left. Yep. And then we jump over here like that. Have another splitter majigger here. That goes like that. Good. It's going to be a pain to get the lube in. Maybe I'll do it up here. More importantly, it's going to be... Oh no, I can get the splitter there. Bottom. Bring that back up here like that. What comes out of this? Okay, so on the output, we've got the data that we want. We've got the biomass coming out, and then we've got the two liquids. Okay, that's fine. That's going to be all right. So we put the experimental biomasses onto the right-hand side here. They'll flow around and bottom to the top. Yep, that's good. And then we need to get the lube in here somehow. So we'll do that. I'll go off and find the lube in a moment. That could be linked up like that, and that's, yep, that's done what it should. Good. That one in, that one out. And where was my... Oh, is this only the... No, this is the fourth science. Fourth is coming out here. Oh, it's this belt here. Right, okay. There, that works. Right, that's my four science packs. Four data types. I mean, obviously there's a bit more to do because it's not finished, but it's the sort of the basics of them all. So I think that's nearly there. Let's get the lube in for this one. From... Nope, wrong green liquid. This right green liquid. All the way down here. It's a long pipe. Alright, let's go back up here and make that underground one a couple of squares shorter. Like that. And then I can just use the 15s all the way through. Just slightly easier that way. That comes up there. Like that. And pipe. Across there. Across there. Oops. Hooray, it's working. I mean, I haven't looked up the output, so it won't work for very long, but it's working. Then we need some more of this down here because we're going to be producing both types of biological output waste, which sounds kind of disgusting. So it's that one, and then we need to go and find the cosmic water pipe as well. The contaminated cosmic water specifically. Helps if I link these up at the end, doesn't it? Like that, and let's bring it all the way down to here to get it out of the way of the pipes. Belts, I mean. And I'm going to run out of these, aren't I? Just at the wrong moment, yeah. Still, that's a start. And I think, yes, we now have 3 of the 4 sciences actually being produced. The other one is not being produced because we've not got any sulfuric acid coming in. Or we've not got any sulfuric acid coming in because I've ran out of railway. So I need to go and get some more railway. Oh, how am I doing for power? Power's okay, good. By the looks of it, yes. Oh yeah, easily, very easily. Okay. So I need to get rail. I need to get underground pipes, and I'm going to need computers, but I've got those anyway. I'm being automatically kept topped up on those. Okay, I think that's just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna get automatically loaded up with everything except the rail. So I'll grab some of that. I should be able to get that finished off, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night because it's nearly 11 o'clock. I know it's a Saturday, but I've got a long cycle to go on tomorrow, so I need to make sure I'm rested. Right, rail, that comes from in here. I'm running out, actually. I'm going to need to... What's it short of? It's short of actual rail. It's requesting it. That's something else I can put on the shopping list. Railway. All right, see, I've got a little bit longer to go before I disappear. I was just saying I'm going to call it once I've finished getting this science set up. So let's say minus 1,000 is probably enough. I don't get through it that quickly. Oh, it's all coming from up there now. All right, I'll stand here so I can get the stuff brought over quicker. So I've got the rail, I've got the landfill, I've got some space pipe to ground. Am I running out of that? I am running out of space pipe to ground. Blimey. I mean, I know this has been a very pipe heavy build, but these numbers are obviously not big enough. 100 of those. That seems to be okay, actually. Let's make that 200 though. That might mean my rocket now fills up quite quickly. Let's see. Well, it's loading in all of these underground pipes now. I'm intrigued at how low on these space assembly machines I seem to be. Are they not actually being made or something? Oh, they're coming in along this way. Okay, that's fine. How are you doing? Nearly full. Only 42 slots left in the rocket. And this is caught up. Apparently, we've actually got enough scaffold. It's not being passed through. Wow. Okay. Enough of that. Hopefully that 38 pipes to ground will be enough to finish this off. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Only a little bit. I can always summon another rocket. Still only material. It's a long way across this base. I need Angel Bob's trains. The sort of the tier 6 locomotives just go so quickly. Right, that's that. Now the railway. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to build this quite a lot longer than it is at the moment. I'll do. Oh, greedy. Oh, missed. Right. Ooh, I might just have enough. I have not just got enough. Oh. I got greedy and built this out far too far for the amount of rail I picked up, so let's shorten this slightly. But it was really close, which is upsetting is too strong a word, but mildly annoying. There we go. Right, now I can come up here, I can power this like so. I can link up that station to the doohickey like that. And now we should get sulfuric acid train here any minute, in a minute or two. Bink, there we go. So while that's running, I can finish off down here, put in the computers, bring the coolant down. So this is a tier 2 science that I'm doing at the moment. So that's going to require 4 supercomputers because it runs at half the speed of the tier 1s, and I want to be able to make them at the same speed. Which means a bit more space. There we go. So here we're going to make the second tier of biocatalogues. like so. And then this is going to need another underground. That's fine. And then we're going to need the coolants here. And again, it's cold and warm that's needed there. So back up here again. That's too far, but never mind. I'll sort that out in a moment. And then back up here for the cold. Yeah, it's going to be too far as well. Whack in some pipes. Yeah, I'll do, I guess. 5 is going to be too long for that, isn't it? Yes, it is. Split the 3 and some short pipes. Boom, 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 boom. Simple. And same again on this side. 9. That probably is a 5. No, it's not. Still not. Still exactly a 4. Well, I suppose it makes sense actually that they'd be the same distance out because the in fact, let's just do that for later, make it easier, because they were previously used against exactly the same machines that in exactly the same way. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. And the long ones like that. Right, that's now oh no, output belt like so. And output exerters. So. Right, I want to get that. Oh, there we go. It's got sulfuric acid coming in. Why are you not making? Because I put the inserters the wrong way around. That's why. Don't. Right, so that gets passed down here, into here. No data cards. Have some data cards. Here's some I made earlier. Oh, I've not done the output. Oh no, I've not done the output fluids here, and I've not left room for it either. Oh no. Crap. Oh, I suppose that's true. Yeah, I could do. You're right, Andrew. I haven't really got into the habit of using the middle parts of the pipes yet, of the long pipes. I think I tried using one once and it went wrong and didn't work, so I gave up and haven't tried since. Because I think only some of them are able to do that, as far as I remember. Right, I need to launch that rocket now because I don't have enough underground pipes. Well, actually, it's not quite true. I could make underground pipes out of normal pipes, I assume. Yeah. So I'm going to do that like that. Then bring this down here. I'm going to cross here. Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. I tried to do it with a long one, and it failed, and I sort of just then didn't get around to trying again with the other ones. Oh, great. Break that one there, and bring that up here. So I could presumably use a 5 here. 5's got the middle connector, like that. And then that's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which I guess is 2 5s. Oh no, I'm going to need to bring the this other one through here. So this actually can't be a 5. This will have to be singles and then an underground, like that. But when this pops up here, this one will need to be a 9. I'm going to put that one there so I don't get any problems in the middle with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can shove a 5 in up here. So if I'd done that down here, they'd probably have connected in a way I didn't want them to. Okay, so that's all hooked up now. It's a bit dirty over there, but then the whole place is a bit bad. But that should now work. many more have I got in there that I'm missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I can do that. It's just going to take a little while. But hopefully, that should mean now if I look down here, yes, I've got some tier 2 green science catalogs. Yeah, the system works. So the the next steps for this are going to be to chuck in a station to to take these away, which I can't really do because I've run out of rail again, but I can go and get some of that. And then, well, that's it really. I mean, I'll have this will then be working. I can then go and start messing around with. Actually, the next thing to do will probably be to try and balance it and get sort of a good flow of everything running. Make sure everything's full and just top things up. The biggest challenge with that is probably going to be through the. It's probably going to be down to getting enough memory cards in, because as ever the memory card belt is empty. But once that's, yeah, I feel like I'm getting there. Ooh, have I now? Yes, I've got one, and it's not been put down, so I must have finished this bit. Good. What's? Oh, no, turrets. That's fine. So I need another one of these in here. I don't have the parts for either of these. I need to start putting radars down as well, but I've got them coming up from Norvis. I don't want to build them by hand anymore. That's a faff. So I want another one of them. And I want it here. Let's keep them lined up just because it's nice. Don't fall off the world. It makes it harder to do stuff. There. Oh. Oh, I didn't copy it properly. Fail. That with the tiles this time. There we go. Place it down. Obviously there's no rail for any of this, but that's expected. Place that down as well. And then a bridge for this. Oops, missed. I'm going to need that anyway, sooner or later. Then over here, well, actually let's start on this side and get the underground stuff in the right place. Let's go underground there, and then there's a shorter one there, and then a full length one there. Right, pass that all the way through there. There's no power over here, of course, but I can get some like that. So we can then load up the... Oh, need to reprogram these as well because they need to be taking the type 2s. I'm having noticed there's the same problem up here. I'm going to put power in for this one, if I can find any. Oh, it doesn't quite reach. Oh, it reaches down here. That's all right. Oh, I could have gone to that one, actually. There we go. Right. So that is all working. Hurrah! I think this has been quite good. I obviously need to come in and finish off the rails there, and the same on the one further up, where these are supposed to join. They are supposed to join onto the main lines. I promise. There we go, like that. So I'll come through and do that in the future. But for now, I think that's gone quite well. Today, I basically built from here to here. And it doesn't look like much, but I feel like it's a reasonable achievement. So things left to do with this. I need to go through and put radar down so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And there's a couple of other places around the base that need radar, like this. So that definitely needs to be done. I need to name these stations. Good grief, definitely need to give them better names. I need to go through here and have a look at where the bottlenecks are. So I'm presumably, yeah, this isn't running flat out. In fact, none of these are running at the moment. So the bottleneck may well just be memory cards, and the shortage, the memory card supply shortage makes it rather difficult to find other bottlenecks because you go and you start trying to find the bottlenecks, and then you get to a point and you find actually it's just that one's run out of memory cards rather than it being insufficient machines. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Um, I'm not sure what I can really do about that. This is running flat out. I could build another one of these. Actually, maybe that's a good idea. I could copy this, make a copy of this entire thing, and have another place that's making memory cards, and that way I'd have a second place where there'd be a train bringing the copper in, because or maybe I don't even need that. Yeah, probably I could do more science. Yes, that does free up memory cards. That's not a bad idea. Um, I could have another station in here that's also dropping off copper and feed a second belt of it in to some more machines. Yeah, let's do some science. That's a good way of burning through some memory cards. What should we research then? These are all interesting. So targeting zone discoveries. I wonder, is it worth? So one of the things that I've been having a little bit of a problem with is that I don't have a good vulcanite source in my immediate star system. I could do a targeted zone discovery and say go off and look specifically for vulcanite, which is done here. Say I'm particularly interested in vulcanite. Go off and find me some. Um, but I suspect it'll just find me some that's in a different solar system, and I'll have exactly the same problem I do with Ganymede, so it won't help. Um, mining productive. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Mining productivity would be nice, but that takes green science specifically, which I haven't quite got up and running yet. Although there are a number of science packs over there, but there's probably not 7,500 of them. I could do some more rocket survivability or cargo safety. Those are nice to have. Right. Okay. So it's definitely fully. So the fact that it's explored other places means that I've fully explored the solar system and there's nothing else to find there. It's not just that it's hidden and it couldn't find any from that. Okay. Fair enough. Radiating speed, I don't care about. Laser shooting speed, don't care about a great deal. Worker robot speed, that'd be quite nice. It's 1,000. It's quite expensive, but sort of useful to have. Spaceship structural integrity, that'd be worth having, I think. Because I don't know how strong my spaceships aren't all that strong yet. Spaceship docking clamps, that sounds very useful as well. Because if I'm going to automate spaceships, I'm going to need that, I think, based on my understandings. Explosives don't care, shooting speed don't care, artillery don't really care. Robot cargo size care a little bit. Let's add that to the queue. And that. Lab research speed I don't care about. Don't care. Flammables, yeah, alright, let's have that. Superconductive cable I can't get yet. It's too advanced. Energy weapon damage, maybe. Yeah, okay. There's some stuff. There's some research to do. So yeah, let's set that trickling through, and that should then, as you say, that should. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, if in that case, if it's useful for spaceships, yeah, I can see how that could be useful actually. Yeah. Although why I wouldn't just put one of the big substation pylon things in the middle and call it good, I'm not sure, but maybe maybe for the sort of fiddly bits it'd be better. Okay, so that's running. We should see. That means we should see fairly soon. We should see some memory cards pouring out along here, but maybe it's not. Oh, I don't know. Actually, hang on. That's. Oh no, it's using the. It is using one of the advanced space sciences. It's using one up here. So these should be being pulled through. They're not yet. Don't know why not, but they should be, and they probably will be eventually. Oh, I know why. It'll be because it's still going around the sushi belt. The shortage of them hasn't got round the sushi belt yet. This, but there's going to be fewer of those packs coming in here. So sooner or later, we'll get some pull on this belt here and so on. Okay, anyway, I'm starting to waffle a little bit. So, as we saw, started making a spaceship. Has that rocket arrived yet? That's another thing I'm wondering about. Has that rocket gone? That rocket has gone. Excellent. So that's cleared up all of those rocket parts we were waiting for. Oh yeah, that's true. There might be loads in the buffer chest because it hasn't got. I haven't got through the ones that were already around. Yeah, good point. We haven't got any of these yet, so that rocket hasn't launched yet. Let's launch the rocket because it's nearly full and there's so much stuff that I kind of want. However, let's fly back over, restock my inventory, and then launch the rocket because then it'll have that little bit more stuff in it. So there's bound to be, yeah, I've used up like 1,500 scaffoldings and other stuff besides. So we'll restock myself. Nom nom nom. Wrong button. Nom 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 nom. I don't even know why there's a yellow crate chest over here that's full of scaffolding. It's probably just that's where the bots decided to shove it because everywhere else was full. Okay, so that's requested. That's pulled in a load of stuff from there. So there's now presumably a load more stuff being dumped into the rocket. Yes, a load more pipes there to replace the ones I just used. There should be a load of scaffolding coming through. There isn't a load of scaffolding coming through. That's odd. Maybe it's already happened. Anyway, I don't care. That's full enough now. I'm going to launch it. And that's going to get me all of the stuff, a load of the stuff up here that I need in order to start to carry on with this spaceship shenanigans. And also bring in lots and lots of stuff for further building and so on. So I think that's, yeah, it's going to, oh, here it comes. Plunk. Right. And then we have the automatic system getting rid of all of the rocket parts again, and all of those satellite things that I just ordered are being passed over and put into this chest here. So now, if we need more in the rocket science station, then a load of those will come over. Now this is interesting. So the way this is set up, all of these empty first, and then once they've finished. So there's no basic science packs in here, which is interesting. Once they've finished, we'll then empty the rest of it because otherwise you end up with all of the science packs, all of the satellite data things ending up in these other warehouses. And then either the bots have to fly them all around all the time and it's multi-handling and so on. It's just a bit of a mess, or they just end up sitting in the wrong places and it's just bad. So I set it up. That's what this stack of inserters here. And we came up with, I say we, you guys came up with a better way of doing this after I'd set this up, which is to have a combinator and comparisons and things, and a single comparison rather. But this works, so I haven't fiddled with it. But that means it's going to keep working on that until all of these have been unloaded. Then once that's done, it'll empty all the rest of it out. So it's going to take a little while to do all of that, but it's worth it to have things actually work properly. And rockets come up sufficiently infrequently that it doesn't matter if there's a bit of a delay in the unloading, because by the time the next rocket is ready to launch and come up this way, it'll have all have worked its way through anyway. So it's going to be absolutely fine. It has just occurred to me to wonder whether I've ordered too many and they're not all going to fit in this chest. That could cause problems. So there's that's 500, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,500. If I've ordered more than that, we're going to see some problems. And I've ordered 4,000. Oh dear. When I was trying to increase the amount of everything that I'd have, because I know science packs stack up really, really high. Oh no, there we go. It's triggered now, so that's passing over to here now. And the way this is set up here, I've deliberately got a purple warehouse here for this to unload into. So the theory is that it should always be an empty warehouse here because that's an active provider, meaning that anything gets put in there, it demands bots to come along and empty it. So there shouldn't ever be problems emptying this the landing pad. And I can check whether there's going to be problems in the future by looking to see if there's anything in here after things have settled down. Right. Okay, so I think this is probably a sensible place to stop. We've got. Oh, actually, no. I want to get one of those and one of those, and just put them on my proto ship, and some of that, so I can fill in this hole in the ground. This one. The capsule gets taken out as if it was just a random piece of cargo, and then the bots will then, because it's only one thing, so it's not so bad, the bots will then automatically put it into a place where it gets put into a rocket to take it off somewhere else. So, spaceship rocket engine. Yeah, so as you were saying, this can't be rotated. It has to be completely, well, I say completely inside a spaceship. It has to be that inside a spaceship. So we'll put it there. I hope those aren't oxidizer and fuel. Fluid ingredients. Okay. I assume it's just going to be rocket fuel we pump in. So that's probably going to be okay there. And then we can put one of these symmetrically on the other side to make it look nice. Presumably, presumably I don't need to have a wall around the bottom of this. I can put that there and then have a wall all the way around it, which is a bit weird. I assume, though, you have to have it sticking off the bottom of the ship like that, because anything else would look silly. Do you then need to have a wall going across like that? And then underground pipes to feed it fuel? And it considers this to still be part of the rocket? Or does it count as... Oops. Don't do that. No! Stop it. Or do you end up putting the wall across like that, and then it considers the rocket to be part of the wall? And also, that's just a no new fuel thing or something like that. So the engine rectangle counts as wall. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Because yeah, it looks stupid if it was inside the ship, and you can't put it bolted onto the outside of the ship. And I believe it only checks inside the walls for what's part of a spaceship. This one, on the other hand, is a downward pointing thruster, so that probably presumably has to be put inside the ship like that, and then the wall goes round it like this. Yeah. Okay, so that'll work like that. I'll probably put another engine on the other side for symmetry and pleasingness. But yeah, I mean, I guess at this point I don't actually know what really know what I'm going to need in a spaceship. I shall do a bit of playing around and research before the next stream, I think, and try and get an idea of how to build a spaceship. But I won't actually go and fly anywhere until you guys are around, unless I have a really quiet evening at some point. So yeah, I think that's a nice point to stop. I've got a spaceship that, with some fuel, could sort of, kind of, maybe almost fly. You mean you feel like you should just spin round and round in circles? Now you say that. The real world, the space shuttle in the real world has its engines offset and on one side of it, and it gets round it by having the engines at a bit of an angle, so they do point through the center of gravity, but they point. Well, if you look at the orbiter and think of it as if it was flying like an aeroplane, the orbiter's engines actually point upwards a little bit, so that when it's got the massive fuel tank on the bottom of it, I think it's that point. They're still capable of putting the thrust through the center of gravity. So offset engines is actually a thing in real life, although they're angled, so they're sort of not actually really offset in a way, kind of. Yes, exactly. Although with the space shuttle orbiter, it's a little bit more. It's kind of slightly more complicated than that, because you have the aerodynamics of the thing as well, in that it has to fly in a sort of pointy end first, pointy end up, flamey end down kind of way. But apparently, I guess it's not enough of an offset for it to actually matter. Anyway, I'm going to stop playing before I spend an hour talking about rockets, because I'm quite capable of doing that. So maybe we'll save that for a future stream. Yeah. So, well, thank you for watching. I hope it's been an interesting stream. I know you guys said, "Hey, you should make a spaceship," and I sort of kind of ignored you and went off into biological science instead. I don't feel very guilty about that because it did also need doing. Um, so I've got that. Yeah, got a bit of that done. I'll carry on with the spaceship next time, and then maybe I'll fly off to an asteroid field and start another outpost there and see what it's like to fly one of those things around, and maybe do a bit of save scumming as somebody advised to try not to get things too wrong. Oh dear. Um, so yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Next time we've got, as I say, there's all the tier 3 sciences except for Astro. So we've got energy tier 3, we've got material tier 3, we've got bio tier 3. We've got a spaceship to play with. Maybe I've got various things that I sort of should do on other planets, but I've mostly been doing those off stream because they're kind of boring, or at least boring to watch. So, oh yeah, Andrew wants me to go and investigate one of the weird, is it Myokin? It's got one of those weird pyramid things. There it is there. Go and investigate. There it is. Go and have a look round inside one of these things and find out what's inside. And I don't know, no doubt get horribly ganked by some sort of ancient evil. Oh no, that's Ancient evil is Rimworld, but yeah, we'll see. God, look at how much this place has been absolutely pummeled by asteroids. And that's because it's been explored and therefore active for quite a long time, but not defended by anti-meteorite guns. So it's been absolutely hammered by them, and they're absolutely everywhere. Okay, so yeah, maybe having a look at one of these things would be a good idea. See what happens. Um, yeah, I'll add that to the to-do list. Uh, Okay, well that's enough waffling. I'm going to call it a stream at this point. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out the videos, the GTA stuff, there'll be a Industrial Revolution stream on Monday. There'll be a space exploration stream on Wednesday. There probably won't be anything tomorrow because I'm going to go out and spend most of the day cycling. So that's, get some fresh air and exercise in. But yeah, check out the GTA videos while I'm gone. It'll give you something a bit different, something entertaining to watch, and you can see me being slightly more terrified as everyone tries to kill me. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.